Hello everyone, welcome to What If Issei was experimented for years by demons and joined Khaos Brigade movie. Before we start, please go support Christopher Jair for writing that awesome fanfic. This is the translated version I made. There will be some mistake in character's gender, but of course Issei is a male. What do you think when the world has powers? The first thing you think is that it will be a peaceful world, but in reality it will not be. Issei hyoduo was an ordinary boy, but he hates himself for not having any power or sacred gears. His parents do not care if he dies, but Issei hyoduo will join the Kaos Brigade and show that he was a great person. Rias' gremory is that Issei suffers a lot. Zirches and seuticus put Issei still in experiment, but venelana did not know anything about this. Issei will be had by all factions. Prologue. In a world where there are powers and sacred gears, where no one can be kind or good, in this world only people live who make the weakest their slaves. It does not matter if you are from a wealthy family, only power matters. Nothing more than a place in the city of Kwa. We can see a castle all mistreated. Issei, why are you doing this to me? Dad, Mom. Father, because you are a disgrace to the hyoduo family name. You have no powers and you are just useless. You don't even have sacred gears because you are not like your brothers. They have powers and also sacred gears. Rias, Mr. Hyoduo, what if I gave you Issei to take him to an experiment? Isaac, I think it's good that my brother is in that experiment. What are the chances that he will survive? Rias, null, since that experiment tries to create a demon with maximum capabilities like the ancient demons. Mother, I think that's fine. Rias, it's up to him to make sure that Sona and this useless guy's sister and my mother don't find out. Isaac, what if I tell you more now? Rias, okay brother, you can come here, we already have a new guinea pig. After a while. Zirches, who's new? Seuticus, this is how we can move forward in the program. Rias, this father-child. Zirches, prepare yourself child because you will suffer for being born weak. Seuticus, how old are you? Rias, only 6 years, but he will still die. If it is not for the experiment, he will die for someone else. Isaac, well, when are you leaving so I can give you my farewell gift? Rias, today to see what resistance it has, but I think it will not survive. After a while we can see Issei all hurt and with 2 broken ribs. Father hyoduo, that deserves you a piece of trash, like you never have anything good. You only serve to serve your superiors, you only dirty the hyoduo's surname. Issei, I will never serve some dirty people just because they have a little power. They think they are the big thing. People are arrogant if they have money or political power, but people who have powers are only slaves of their own being. They think they are perfect for being born with powers, but nobody dared to think if a normal person can be a great enemy. The person who was humiliated, tortured very soon will be feared by everyone, and they will beg for their help. Rias, shut up, trash, you're just a slave. Father, brother, they can take him quickly to the experiment. Seuticus, well boy, very soon you will see the real hell. About 8 years passed, and we can see a 14-year-old boy with ties on his arms and legs. He had about 5 tubes running down his back while they were pouring a black liquid. Zirches, why doesn't he die? Seuticus, it is surprising that all these years there has been no death. Not even by the bars of light and darkness. Zirches, even survived the depths of hell. Scientist 1, we killed him, sir, he is of no use to us anymore, all the tests were successful. Scientist 2, we have all the blood samples, let's throw them to the beasts so they die. Seuticus, tomorrow I'm going to make a seal to be a slave of the gremory family. I don't want them to kill someone who had great success in this project. Scientist 1, well sir, he will be in another place with more security so that he does not escape. Zirches, tomorrow you will be our slave. Issei. Issei, I will never be a slave to a weak family. Zirches, Dio, while I can very soon you will be our slave. For 30 minutes Issei was locked in a dark and humid room. They had the best guards with the best weapons, but nobody knew that Issei had some small tubes hidden. Issei took out the tubes and opened the door without anyone noticing. When he left, he ran into some guards and killed them mercilessly. During those experiments, Issei changed his hair color from brown to white, a white like snow or whiter than snow. The whole room went into an alarm. Everyone was going to stop Issei, but the albino massacred everyone with a smile that would scare almost all demons. A person wanted to inform Zrich but was pierced by a metal tube. The entire laboratory was in chaos, but Issei was laughing like a lunatic. Issei was already a fearsome person. Issei, ha 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 ha, I'm going to become the enemy of the zirches factions, I hope you're ready. For 2 months Issei killed demons and fallen angels until he met Deceiving Lucifer. Deceiving, who are you, boy? Why are you in this place? Issei, what can I say to you, demon? Deceiving was surprised because this human knew he was a demon. It was normal for humans to know about demons, but it was difficult to identify which one it was. Deceiving, how did you know he was a demon? Issei, the damned zirches turned me into one, but don't worry, I'll take your life before you report it to that damned zirches. Deceiving, wait, Chico, we are allies. Issei, how are allies? Deceiving, I am the enemy of zirches Issei, an organization that will soon destroy the false Mao. Issei, how can I trust you? Deceiving, my name is Deceiving Lucifer, one of the original heirs of the underworld. The counselors chose zirches as the new Lucifer instead of choosing the original heirs. And what is your name, boy? Issei, my name is Issei. Deceiving, how about you create an organization to destroy the Zirch Plus? Issei, I accept. I will destroy and kill anyone for seeing that unfortunate dead man with his father and sister. 3 years passed and Issei was already 17 years old. He was trained by Deceiving. Issei was very intelligent and strategic. Issei was very strong and proved to be a prodigy in combat. Deceiving considered Issei as a son, and Issei considered Deceiving as his son. From that day on, Issei was called the Demon of Darkness in those years, capable of killing an army in 5 minutes. Issei's nickname was so much that it was heard in the human, demonic, fallen world and also in the world of angels. Zirches was worried that Issei had broken out of prison and killed his best soldiers. Issei, father, from now on everyone will conserve the power of the Khaos Brigade and will fear all its members. Chapter 1, Search and Found. Deceiving, Issei, I have a mission for you. Issei, I hope you are good, father, since the last mission was very boring. Deceiving, you have to find Kabil and get him to join us. Apart from that, you have to find that special iron for your armor and weapons. Issei, finally, well, it will be a bit difficult, but I'm going to enter Kabil and the Father Iron just in case you don't have that book of antiquities. Deceiving, if I have it, what do you want it for? Issei, lend it to me for a while. Deceiving, 10. Issei, exactly, I found it. Deceiving, what did you find? Issei, the 2 cursed swords, 2 sacred revolvers and also the Lucifer armor. Deceiving, it seems that you don't want to get there so quickly. Issei, besides, with the special iron I can repair those things since no one gives it a good use. Deceiving, well, along the way you'll also see that you bring me information about the factions. Issei, don't worry about it, I always have infiltrators in the factions. Okay, father, I'm leaving now. Deceiving, see you later, son. After 2 months. Issei, great, I was able to find traces of Kabil, but I still can't find any traces of the weapons and armor. Issei entered a bar where Issei noticed the presence of 2 fallen angels. Issei, waiter, I want a glass of tequila. Waiter, well, here you go, boy. Issei, thank you. Issei, when he finished the glass of tequila, guided the fallen angels and they noticed. Fallen one, why are you following us? Issei, I want you to take me to Kabil. Fallen one, why would we do something like that? Issei went at a fast speed and killed the other fallen angel. Fallen one, why did you do it? Issei, I don't know if you noticed, but he was an infiltrator. Issei took out a recorder from the coat of the fallen man he killed. Fallen one, but he passed the test of loyalty. Issei, I don't care what test I pass, all I want is for you to take me to Kabil. I have a very tempting proposal for him. Fallen one, okay, hold on to my shoulder, I'm going to take you to my master. Issei and the fallen appeared in an old church where they saw all the fallen Issei. As if he were very weak. After a while they arrived at a large door. The fallen opened it, and they saw Kabil on a throne, while he was angry because he did not know what to do. Kabil, who is that dirty demon? Fallen, my lord, this boy says he has a great proposition for you. Kabil, what a proposal, boy. Issei, I want you to join the Khaos Brigade where we will wage war against the factions. Kabil, so I agreed to join a new war, but I also want the Excalibur to be able to kill the kings of the underworld. Issei, deal, I'll get 3 of the 5 Excaliburs. You have to send your soldiers to steal the other 2 Excaliburs. Kabil, good deal. Where is the Khaos Brigade so we can talk to your leader, kid? Issei, after a few months I will come to take you to my leader. I have to look for some things before I leave. Kabil, well, I hope it's fast. Issei, by the way, they have some Azazel infiltrators. Kill them quickly before they give the report to Azazel. Kabil, well, I'm going to keep an eye on everyone to find the infiltrators. Issei, calm down, I'll kill them now as a gift and they won't have any problems. Kabil, okay, but let it be quick. I want to see what information they had about us. Issei killed about 10 fallen and showed them to Kabil that they had a lot of information about Kabil's plans, the recordings they talked about, and that they feared that by giving Kabil a seal so they could find him. Issei, that crow was really smart. Kabil, but how did you know they were infiltrators? Issei, easy, they kept quiet and away from the others and also acted weird. Well, I have to go now, Kabil. I'll be back to see you very soon. After 1 month of searching. Issei, I finally found the cursed swords, only the guns and armor are missing. Issei went to a large island where Lucifer's armor was located. Issei, this place is full of traps and spirits that are going to stop me, but it will be easy. When Issei went to a large room he found more things, a spear, a bow, 2 armors and a lot of gold and diamonds. Issei put all that in a pocket dimension, but then a spirit of an angel appeared that protected this place. Spirit, why do you come here? Issei, I'm coming for Lucifer's armor. Spirit, get out of here, you will never have that armor or you will die. Issei, well, let's go. Issei attacked quickly with 2 blows that made the spear break. The spirit saw that he could not use power. The spirit gave a large sphere of energy that Issei dodged with ease and returned the attack just by kicking the spirit's attack. Issei, that's all you have? Spirit, no. The spirit activated an alarm and many more spirits appeared. Issei, great but trash. After a while they could see the whole place empty without any trace of spiritual energy. Issei, well, I already have Lucifer's armor, I just need the guns and the iron. Issei went to another place, to a large pyramid that was in the sea. In that place he could find the pistols and a large amount of that special iron. Issei, well, I have to swim, it's easier. I just cut the sea. When Issei cut a part of the sea, Issei ran to enter that place quickly before the sea closed again inside. Issei, this place is really dark, but what can we do? Issei, he lit a torch on fire and was walking down hallway after hallway. He found many things along the way. He found more gold, diamonds, and some sea monster eggs. He also found the iron and the pistols. Issei left the place and went to Kabil to take him to Deceiving. Issei, let's go, Kabil. Kabil, I will bring some fallen ones so they can also see the place. Issei, calm down, Kabil, I'll take care of that. Issei created a great magic circle and took everyone who was in the fortress to join his military ranks and also train. Kabil, you must be the leader of this boy, right? Deceiving, yes, I am, and have more respect since that boy can kill you. Kabil, well, I just want to tell you that we are already allies and together we are going to destroy the factions. Chapter 2 Attack. Kabil, seriously, this guy can kill me, he said it sarcastically. Deceiving, you should have more respect because he can kill you even if he has no power. He knows many hand-to-hand combat techniques with weapons, he is much better, but guns are better. He was born without powers, and he is my son, but don't make him angry. Kabil, I want to see if it's true. Issei, okay, but hurry up, I have to fix some things. Kabil attacked with a spear of light, while Issei was distracted, but Issei quickly dodged the attack with a sword and appeared behind Kabil with a knife at his throat. Issei, surrender now or else you will die. Kabil, I gave up, he said it angrily. Rizvim, Issei, I have a new mission for you, Issei. Issei, what mission, father? Rizvim, you have to attack the laboratories of hell, fallen and angels. You have to get all the evidence of your blood and also get the artifacts of Azazel and get the sacred artifacts of the angels. Apart from that, you have to have more information about the factions since a meeting will open very soon. Issei, Kabil, I have the swords you asked for. I hope you have gotten the other 2 swords. Kabil, I know that the 2 swords are in the possession of 2 girls, but it will be easy to get them. Issei, father, we will soon attack the Vatican. Rizvim, if in your hands you will have the great dragon-slaying sword and the other artifacts of the Vatican. Issei, well, I have to go now. After a few hours. Issei, well, let's start with the plan. Issei put on a mask and knocked on the door. Guard, who is it? Issei, I came with information about the escaped prisoner. The guard opened the door, and Issei killed him in a quick movement. Issei only disguised himself as the guard and buried the body without anyone noticing. Guard 1, wherever you were, they are already sending Zirches and the scientists to you. Issei, sorry, I was in the bathroom for a while but the door got stuck. Guard 1, go quickly, Zirches-sama and the scientists are calling you. Issei just put on a smile as he was going to trick Zirches. Issei, Zirches-sama, why did you call me? Zirches, take these blood samples and put them where the laboratory 201 is located. Do you understand? Issei, yes, Zirches-sama, but can you give me some weapons since there may be infiltrators and they can attack me? Zirches, you are right, there may be infiltrators. These are the daggers soaked in Samuel's poison. 1 cut and 1 look at the poison. Issei, come Zirches-sama, could you give me a communicator to inform you? Zirches, be careful though, they are following you. Issei left the place with a big smile after when Zirches was distracted he put the communicator in Zirches' pocket. Issei, how easy this was. Issei disappeared from the place through a magic circle and having the daggers stained with Samuel's poison. Issei, father, I have some things for you. Rizvim, so fast. Issei, I have my blood samples apart from the daggers dipped in Samuel's poison. Kabil, that boy really finishes his work quickly. Issei, apart from that, Zirches himself gave them to me. Rizvim, you did deceive him very well and you also got Samuel's daggers. Issei, I just have to get Azazel's plans and the artifacts that he no longer uses and then I have to get the sacred swords of God, how easy. Kabil, how about we make a bet of $1,000 if you get it in 2 weeks? Issei, okay, 2 weeks ago I got everything, father, what happened to the sea monster eggs that I found? Rizvim, they are incubating very soon we will have creatures that will be on our side. Issei, they are battle companions, I don't want them to be treated like weapons. Rizvim, you always know how to make sure they are always on our side, but I'll go quickly with the daggers to extract some of Samuel's poison to create more. Issei, well then. Issei disappeared in a magic circle and appeared in a dark part. He was in a prison. Issei just smiled because he would have more allies. Issei opened all the prisoners' bars and sent them in a magic circle to his fortress, and then disappeared into the shadows to be in a large door of a laboratory. Issei, well, let's see how good Azazel is in intelligence. Issei knocked on the door of the place and a guard opened it. Issei, please help me, the demons are attacking a place in this place. Guard, quickly go in and inform Azazel. Issei, thanks for helping me. The guard was passing from corridor to corridor until he knocked on a door in the place and said, Azazel, come in. Azazel, what's wrong? Guard, this boy says that demons are attacking a place in this area. Valley, but no one was detected. Issei, they had a kind of artifact that camouflages their power. My companions and I escaped, but they attacked my companions and only I was able to escape. Azazel, quickly, go and look to see who they are. Valley, yes, Azazel. Azazel, what is your name, boy? Issei, my name is Issei, sir. Azazel, but why didn't they defend? Issei, sir, my companions have powers, but I was not born without powers or sacred gears, sir. That's why I escaped with my companions. Azazel, I see Issei-san, but what were they like? Issei, he was a red-haired boy along with a girl with the same hair color. They were accompanied by a brown-haired boy and 2 adults with the same hair color. Azazel, damn Zirches, you were attacking our territory. That's why you created that artifact to hide power, damn Zirches. Issei just smiled because he really got Zirches into this with his sister. Issei, sir, just in case you don't have a place to throw everything away. Azazel, yes, but what do you want it for? Issei, just show that place, sir. Azazel, okay, let's go. When they arrived at that place. Issei, so it was true. Azazel, what? Issei, look at this, showing a small artifact where everything was heard. Azazel, but how? Issei, sir, maybe there are infiltrators in the place. Azazel, look for how many of those communication devices there are. Issei, yes, sir. Azazel left the place without suspecting the Issei. Issei, how easy. Issei sent all this that did not work for Azazel in a magic circle to the lair of the Khaos Brigade. Then he left the place in a magic circle and put an illusion of him being with many communication devices. Issei, how are you doing, father? All this will be easy to create whatever you want. I only need the swords, how easy it is. Kabil, I am surprised that your son Reincarnation has deceived Azazel, the most intelligent of the fallen. Reincarnation, okay, son, quickly, I want those sacred artifacts. Issei, yes. Issei disappeared again in a magic circle and appeared in a church. Issei, acting again. Issei knocked on the door of the church and opened a girl. It was nothing more than Gabriel. Issei thought it would be difficult to trick her, but he would do it. Issei, miss, please help me. I have sinned for not warning that 4 demons are in this place. Gabriel, where were they? Issei, he was a redhead along with 4 normal demons who hide with a device that hides their power and aura. Gabriel looked at the Ibio person who was not lying and went to the scene of the events but left the church alone. Issei, ha 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 ha, how easy it was for him to believe everything. It's good that I put those illusions so that he could believe. Issei, he entered the place and put all the sacred devices in a magic circle, and he also left. Chapter 3, Entering Qua. Issei, okay, Kabil, pay me everything since it was a better time. Kabil, I still don't believe that you have deceived Azazel. Take your money. Issei, well, father, I have to continue training to master the elements. Reincarnation, well, master all the elements and create your skills to be able to win this battle. Issei, why don't we all train since the current power may not be that strong? Kabil, you guys train, I'm already very strong. Issei, no, actually, since Vali's power is superior to yours, apart from father, because Vali has the blood of Lucifer. Reincarnation, Issei would be like your cousin or brother, or would you be the uncle since he is my nephew? I killed Vala's parents out of hatred that my son committed suicide with the surname Lucifer since my son married a human, but I regret having done that. Issei, maybe Vala is half human, but your son did not dirty the surname Lucifer but rather improved it, since when he was born half human the chances of him having a sacred gear increase a lot, and if Vala has one it is Albion the White. Reincarnation, it's true, damn it, because I got carried away by anger. Issei, well, let's all train since I don't want any casualties in the organization. Apart from the soldiers that will also train, I want them to join the original descendants of the Mao. After a while. Kateria, why do we? Issei, let's train everything to become stronger. Reincarnation, we will also train the soldiers to become stronger. Note, I forgot the names of the other descendants. Kateria, because if we are very strong. Issei, they are not, and we have seen that Zirches wanted to create super soldiers from my blood, that is why we have to train separately. The evil one was hiding Samuel's daggers. A chestnut later said that he was the descendant of Beelzebub. Chestnut, why don't you train yourself? You are a disappointment to this organization. Besides, you have no powers and you say that we should train to avoid problems. Kateria, hey, don't talk to him like that. Rizvim, I will not allow you to continue speaking to my son like that. Issei appeared from behind Chestnut, and with Samuel's dagger at his throat, and said, Issei, if you don't want to die here, better talk to me with more respect. Remember that I have survived the depths of hell and I wouldn't mind killing you here. Did you understand that I do this because you are no match for the Juggernaut drive? If either of you does that, you will never survive it. Chestnut, okay, but take that dagger out of my throat. Issei, well, we will train today. We will do it quickly since I am going to enter the Qua Academy to get information about the Erdera gremory itself. Kateria, well, but you are very fast. Now I see why Rizvim chose you as his son. Apart from how attractive you are, the latter said it in a seductive tone. After several months. Issei, well, my current power is superior to a dragon king. Kateria, Issei, I hope you are very well since from here we will all go on a mission. Kateria's mind. Kateria, very soon I will have you in my bed and you will be mine and only mine. Abroad. Issei, well, father, I want you to find out about Loki. We can make him an ally to the Khaos Brigade. Rizvim, well, I'll do my best to see if Loki wants to join the Kaos Brigade. Issei, okay, father. Issei was walking through the dark corridors of the organization until he met Kateria. Issei, hello Kateria, are you going on your mission? Kateria, yes, I'm already going on my mission, Issei. Issei, well, see you later. Kateria, wait, Issei. Issei turned around but was greeted by a kiss on the mouth from Kateria. Issei, why was that, Kateria-san? Kateria, I already marked you now, Issei-kun, you are only mine. If I find you with another girl I will kill you, Issei. Issei just gulped at what Kateria said. Issei, I'm leaving now. After a while. Teacher, guys, today we will have a new student. Girls, I hope it's a boy. Boys, please let it be a girl. Teacher, may I come in? Issei, good morning, my name is Issei, just Issei. Teacher, do you have any questions? Girl 1, you don't have a last name. Issei, no, I don't have a last name. Boy 1, you have powers. Issei, I have no powers. Everyone in the class saw Issei as another useless person, some since they were going to enslave him, but he didn't know that Issei had something more. After school. Boy 3, hey you scum, clean my shoes. Issei, why would I do something like that? Boy 3, why don't you have powers? Those who don't have powers are slaves. Issei, ha 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 ha, you really think you're powerful because you have a little power. Chio 3, damn, you'll see what I'm capable of. Everyone in the class saw how he was going to hit him. No one was going to do anything, but Issei got into a combat stance. Boy 3, take this red one now. The boy threw a ray that shot towards Issei, but the white-haired man with his bare hand made the attack disappear. Everyone was surprised by that, but Issei in a quick movement gave him a big blow to the face that made him fly through one of the walls of the academy. Issei, seriously, how pathetic. When Issei was going to give him another blow, the student council appeared. Sona, stop this fight. Boy 3, he started the fight. Issei, if you tell lies the next time you fight me I will break your bones. Sona, stop it, you're the new one, so why don't you get into fights because you could get hurt? Issei, sorry Miss Citri for my behavior. Sona, how do you know my last name if you're new? Issei, it's not for nothing but the surname Satri Gremory are in a magazine that says the best clans of the underworld. Sona, it's true, I'm sorry, but what is your name? Issei, my name is Issei, just Issei. Sona, you don't have a last name. Issei, no Miss Citri. Boy 3, take this, never get distracted. Sona was going to stop the attack but Issei. Issei, exploitation of the Phoenix. Boy 3, you didn't have powers. Issei, I don't have it but I control elements. The boy who was scorched by the attack but Sona had to heal him. Chapter 4 Reunion. Issei, Well, Miss Sona, I have to go eat something. I'm sorry if I caused you trouble. Sona, one question, Issei, how is it that you control elements? Issei, it's something that everyone has but no one can master because it's difficult. Apart from that, I don't want to talk about it. Sona, fine, but don't cause problems. Issei, okay. The white-haired boy was walking through the halls until he reached the cafeteria when he arrived. One boy was fighting another, but he was stronger. The boy won without problems and gave the other boy a slave mark. The boy who lost was screaming in pain because of the mark. Boy won. Take that, you damn weakling, that's what you get for not giving me what I want. Well, I think you couldn't defend your useless sister, but it's cool, I'm going to have fun today. Boy 5, I won't allow it. Girl, please let my brother do whatever you want, she said with a few small tears. Boy 5, no sister. Boy 1, shut up, you bucking idiot. The boy is about to touch the girl, but Issei said, Issei, you are very pathetic for doing that to a poor girl who has no powers or is weaker than you. Boy 1, who said that? Issei, was it me who had some problem? Boy 1, you're the idiot without powers, ha ha ha, I'll better show you your place, scum. Issei, just because I don't have powers doesn't mean I'm going to leave you on the brink of death. Boy 1, damn, take this. The boy went at a fast speed to give him a big hit. No one was going to do anything because they wanted to see how they put the new boy in his place. The blow hit full, but everyone was surprised because Issei was like nothing. Issei, that's all. For some reason the boy felt afraid. His instinct told him to leave this place and ask for forgiveness, but his pride wouldn't let him. Issei asked, that's all. Boy 1, take my best attack, Angel Light. A light headed towards Issei, but he opened his arms to receive the attack. When the attack collided with Issei, everyone hit the shot. Issei was shirtless, and they saw him move as if without anything. Issei, how pathetic, look how it is. Issei disappeared and appeared behind the boy, and with a monstrous force he grabbed the boy's head and slammed him against the ground. The boy's friends went to help him. Boy 9, never get distracted. Boy 4, never mess with our friend. Issei only broke the boy's arm and grabbed the other by the head and slammed him against the wall. Issei, don't get involved where you're not called. Issei grabbed the boy's head again and continued to slam it against the ground over and over again. Once again the boy was almost dead. Everyone gave in fear because they all thought they were actually in front of a monster. When Issei was going to give the last blow to the boy's head, he was stopped by a brown-haired girl. Girl, stop hurting him. This academy is for studying, not for killing. Issei, the bell saved you. A mark was formed on Issei's hand that meant slavery. In a few words, Issei already had slaves. Boy 1, are you okay, sister? Girl, yes, I'm fine, brother. Boy 1, thank you for protecting my sister. Issei, nothing is free. The boy thought that his sister was going to do something she didn't want. Boy 1, if you want to do something to my sister, I won't let you. Issei, nothing like that, I just want you to not get in my way since I'm not kind to anyone. Good, see you later. Issei desiring the bondage mark on the boy and left, but was intercepted by the other girl. Girl, where are you going? Issei, my classes. Girl, you are not going to go to your classes, you have to go to the student council to receive your punishment. Issei, well, that's where the advice comes from. The girl was surprised because others would already be escaping. Girl, what is your name? Issei, it's not a bad idea to ask for someone's name without first introducing yourself. Girl, sorry, my name is Issei de hyoduo. Issei was surprised because it was his sister, the sister who always protected him from his family. Issei, my name is Issei, just Issei. The girl was surprised because it was the name of her lost brother. Issei, you don't have a last name. Issei, no. Issei, you remind me of my lost brother. Issei, what happened? Issei, my parents gave my brother zirches. They did an experiment on my brother, but nothing is known about my brother. A guard said that he escaped, but it is not known if it is true. Issei, what a bad life your brother had. Issei, sometimes I wish he was with me so I could never let him go again. He suffered a lot in his childhood, and I don't want to imagine what he's doing now. Issei, I'm sorry about your brother. Issei, besides, now that I think about it, you look a lot like him, except that you have white hair. Issei just hugged Issei and leaned her against the wall, and stole a kiss from her and said, Issei, how about a reward for what happened a while ago? Issei gave him a big blow that left our protagonist on the ground. She looked like she was sick, but inside she was more than red and nervous. Issei, why the buck did you steal my first kiss? Issei, because I thought it was nice to see your face red as a tomato. Issei, damn, next time you do that I'll kill you. Well, you've already arrived at the council room. Behave yourself since Sona is alone and no one else is here, the other members are in class. If you make her angry, she'll kill you. You won't have any evidence. Well, see you later. Issei, okay. Issei knocked on the door of the council and said, Sona, come in. Sona, you did it again? Issei, I almost killed the boy. Sona, you've only been here a day and you're in trouble. Issei, yes, whatever, just tell me my punishment. Sona, you will stay here until the end of classes. Issei, well, I'll stay until I finish classes. Chapter 5 Almost Caught. Sona, Issei, why don't you have a shirt on? Issei, they destroyed my shirt in the fight I had. Sona, why do you get into so many fights? It's your first day and you're already on punishment. Issei, yes, I am very quarrelsome and perverted. Sona, what was missing was another pervert at the academy. Issei, others too. Sona, yes. Issei, okay, let's get to work. Sona, what are you doing? Issei, cooking, but they have a kitchen, right? Sona, yes, we have a kitchen but nobody uses it. Issei, are you hungry, Sona? Sona, well, just a little, but you can hear a roar from Sona's belly. Issei, I'd better go quickly, I'll see how much you've eaten us. Sona, since morning, being president of the student council is not easy. Issei, apart from being the next heir of the Citri clan. Sona, yes, I also always have to be the perfect person, to have a boyfriend with money. Issei, what a commitment, right? Sona, yes, it is a commitment. Issei, with whom? Sona, with the heir of the demonic house. Being honest, I would like to have a friend or boyfriend who listens to me and always supports me. Issei, well then. Sona, what are you doing? Issei, you're so cute when you blush, Sona. Sona, quit. Sona couldn't finish speaking as Issei pinned her against the wall and stole her first kiss. Sona landed a huge blow on Issei that left him embedded in the ground. Sona, damn you, how dare you steal my first kiss? On the outside, Sona was red with rage, but on the inside, she was very red with shame. Sona, if you do that again I'll kill you. Issei, ha 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 ha, Sona, you are very red. Sona became even more red. Issei, well, do you already have a friend who makes you laugh or do you prefer me as a boyfriend? Sona, you better shut up. Issei, well, the food is ready. Sona, when she tried Issei's food, a little blush came out. The food was delicious. In the end, Sona ate 2 plates of Issei's food. Issei, how was the food? Sona, it was delicious. Issei, well, Sona, why don't you tell me about your engagement? Sona, I want my entourage to help me defeat that heir since I don't want my pieces to be okay. That heir only wants my body like my other pieces, but he will kill Saji-san because he is not a girl. That will happen if I lose. I just want to break my engagement. Issei, Sona, I have an idea, but it's a bit crazy. Sona, what would that idea be? Issei, be my fiancé. Sona, you're crazy. Issei, if you pretend to be my fiancé, you can give me a chance to fight for your freedom so that you and your entourage don't get married and can be free. Sona, but you don't have powers and without that you would be disqualified. Issei, don't worry, I can fight hand to hand. Sona, a question. Issei, what was your family like so I can know more information about what powers your parents may have? Issei got nervous because if they knew who his parents were, his plans would fall apart. Issei, I'm sorry Sona, but I can't remember because of all the blows I received in my childhood. Sona, I'm sorry, I didn't want to remind you of the bad things about your childhood. Issei, no problem, Sona, whenever you give me a kiss it will be forgotten. Sona, you want me to hit you again, right? Issei, give me, I'll steal another kiss from you. Sona, you asked for it. Ayasada, Sona, you can leave Issei to the rescue. Sona, the bell saved you. Ayasada, and your Issei stops bothering Sona now. Issei, don't tell me that you also want another kiss from me. Ayasada, it sounds better to kill him right here. Sona, I agree with you. When Sona and Ayasada and Ban attacked Issei, they slipped because they stepped on their shoelace knots and fell with Issei in an awkward position. Sona, what are you doing, you pervert? Ayasada, damn pervert, you died today. But just at that moment the other members of the student council enter. Saji, what's going on here? Momo, president, who does this? Tsubaki, president, I didn't know you liked those things. Sona, I can explain it. Ayasada, I can also explain it. Tsubaki, Ayasada-san also has those manias that the president. Momo, let's laugh and make a threesome. Issei, they fell because their shoelaces were untied, and if you're wondering why I don't have a shirt, it's because I almost killed a student and his friends destroyed my shirt. Tsubaki, you're the new student, right? Issei, yes, I am Issei, only Issei. Saji, you're that boy without powers, right? Issei, yes, but without powers he almost killed a student with powers. Saji, how about we fight a little? I want to see your fighting technique. Issei, I don't want to fight. When Issei was about to leave he had to dodge an attack from Saji. Sona, stop Saji. Issei, I don't want to fight. Saji stopped when Issei was about to go, and received a blow from Saji. Saji, I knew it, you're another useless person who's only good at obeying orders. Sona, stop Saji. Because if I was going to have fun. Saji was going to give another blow to Issei. The students were going to stop Saji, but Issei in a quick speed gave him a big blow in the face that made him destroy the wall of the council. Issei, you don't want to fight that much, right? You messed with the wrong person. Saji, BAS, turn off balance breaker. Sona, Tsubaki touches to stop Saji or he will kill Issei. Issei, come on, damn it, today you're going to die in my hands. Saji lunged at Issei, but Issei dealt Saji a huge blow that cracked Saji's helmet. Issei grabbed Saji by the head and left him embedded in the ground. Issei broke Saji's armor in a single blow. The spectators were surprised because the powerless man was beating Saji. Issei grabbed Saji's head and hit him in the face, and another Saji was badly injured. Issei, just tell me if you want to die, and tell me right here, garbage, because just tell me, why do you want fame, power? No one escapes from protecting anyone, they just do it out of cowardice, they are afraid of losing. Sona, stop Issei. Issei, learn from this, you only fight so that people respect you, but never ask for respect from people who do not want to be by your side. Only ask for the rest from people who truly want to be by your side. Issei lit a small flame and healed all of Saji's wounds. Issei, I have learned that life is difficult, that you always have to hit life so that you can get up. Life has always revealed my mistakes, but I always escape from there to become stronger. Just get up and show who you are. Do you want to see your family enslaved because they are not that strong? Just think what you can do. Chapter 6, Love and Hate. Sona, stop Issei. Issei, I'm already here. Sona, do you know what you just did? Issei, kick the ass of one of the student council. Sona, you stay punished all afternoon. Issei, why did I just defend myself? Sona, you almost killed another student. Issei, seriously, just for that you're going to punish me? Sona, yes. Issei sighed and went back to the council room. All the students were leaving, but only Sona and Asasada remained. They were surprised why Issei had beaten up a powerful dragon wielder, and he only did it with his bare hand and no hand protection, and broke Saji's armor. Issei, I can go now. Sona, no. Issei, now I can go. Sona, nope. Issei, why do you punish me if I only defended myself? He started the fight, not me. Issei, but you fought anyway, didn't you? Issei, how annoying, my girlfriends won't let me go. Sona, what did you say? Issei, don't talk nonsense. I think so many blows have melted your brain. Issei, then what happened with our kiss? Was it just a lie? Issei, you stole our first kiss. Sona, don't say such things. Issei, then they don't want my love. Issei again put Sona against the wall, while this time she turned red. Issei, get away from us, pervert. Issei, okay, but why are you blushing, Sona? It was just a joke. Sona, if you do that again I'll kill you. Issei, okay, but don't tell me you felt a little love for me. Issei, what things are you saying? Issei, they felt a little love for me like I feel for you. Sona, you're just a new student, we don't know you and you're already saying that we're spending money on you. Issei, seriously, I love them. It may seem silly, but what if they really let those feelings out? Issei approached Issei and stole a kiss from her in front of her. For some reason, she felt Isada's seals. Issei, then what do you say? Isada-chan, do you accept my feelings? Sona, what are you doing, pervert? You are in front of the student council president, and you are kissing Issei. Sona kept talking, but Issei also stole a kiss from Sona. I say, girls, I have to tell you something, but I don't want you to tell anyone. Issei, what a thing. Issei, I think you don't remember me, but I do. Sona, what are you talking about? Issei, remember when you protected a boy who had no powers like his sister protected him from his family, and some other boys, or like Sona protected the boy from Rias' attacks and like from his brother? Sona/isolated, perhaps you are. Issei, exactly, I'm your brother, Isada-nekin and Sona-chan. The two girls were surprised because the boy who suffered in his childhood was isolated and pounced on him because he thought he was not hurting his brother. Issei, you are a damn imposter, my brother has brown hair and not white. Issei, my hair changed color when Zirches put me in the escape experiment a few months ago, but I don't want you to tell the mouse because otherwise Zirches will look for me again. I say this because you are suffering a lot and I want to see you happy. Sona, but really it's you, Issei-san. Issei, yes I am. I have a house, I live alone, so I don't want you to tell them that you saw me, or else I'll be escaping again. Issei, how do I know it's really you? Issei, when I was little, you always forced me to bathe with you. Issei, why didn't you say something else? Issei, why wouldn't you have believed me? Sona, I never thought that Isada-san would force you to do that kind of thing. Issei, I can't believe it either, she even told me that I have to do that because in the future I was going to marry her. Issei, enough, but brother, what are you going to do now? Issei, calm down sister, just say this because I really see that you are suffering a little and I don't want to see you sad, I want to see you happy, apart from that because I am your future husband, right? Sona, what are you talking about? She said a little nervously. Issei, don't you remember when you made me be your husband in the future? Sona, but that was when I was a child. Issei, they are just excuses, but I don't want anyone to talk about this. Issei, yes brother. Sona, I'm not going to talk about this either. Issei, okay. This time Issei grabbed Sona by the waist while telling her. Issei, how about we spend some quality time? I see you're very stressed. Sona, Issei from Jane to hug. She wanted to let go but her body wouldn't let her. Her body wanted to be with Issei's. Issei, brother, don't do that kind of thing. Issei, so you're saying that you also want? Isolated, no. Issei, it was just a joke, but Sona, I promise I'll get you out of your commitment. Sona, okay Issei, but don't do that again. Issei, okay, I can go now. Sona, okay, but don't get into trouble again. Issei, okay. Issei left the place quickly and reported everything to Reincarnation. Reincarnation, You're telling me that you just revealed your identity to the Citri heiress and your sister? Issei, yes. Rizvim, you're crazy. Issei, I have something planned. If Sona and my sister know my identity, they can be protecting me because I will be collecting more information from the Gremory clan. Until now I know that Vanilla Gremory separated from her husband when she found out who the person in the experiment was. The underworld is looking at Zirches, Seuticus and Rias as the worst people for putting a child in the experiment. Rizvim, so they found out that you were in the experiment. Issei, yes, apart from that they hide Lucifer's sword and our grandfather's necklace. Rizvim, you can get it back. Issei, yes I can, but it will be tomorrow because I need the plans of the Gremory mansion. Rizvim, well, tomorrow I'll send you the plans of the Gremory house. I hope the girls don't reveal your Issei identity. Issei, they won't do it. Rizvim, so what are you doing now? Issei, I'm going to get some things that nobody uses. Rizvim, what things? Issei, I'm going to get the fragments of Albion's armor and Drake's armor, those fragments that no one picked up or used. Rizvim, what are you going to do with that? Issei, very soon you will know, or well, I will improve my grandfather's armor like swords and guns like. Rizvim, I hope so because there will be an attack very soon. Chapter 7 Commitment. Issei, good morning Sona-chan. Sona, what are you doing here Issei, or what are you doing? Issei, I just came to harass your favorite food Sona-chan since I don't think you're eating well because you're always busy with that damn paperwork, right? Sona, yes, I'm very tired and I can't eat much because of this damn paperwork. Issei, well, rest Sona since I am your fiancé and today I have to break the other one. Sona, but if my parents find out about this they will kill you. Issei, I don't think so because I'm very sneaky. Sona, but... Issei picked up Sona and kissed her and said, Issei, no buts, I'm your fiancé and I have to break the other one just in case Sona-chan does anything. Sona became very red and covered her blush with the papers. Sona, you are an idiot you know. Issei, yes I lose but you love this idiot right? Sona, yes she said it in a whisper. Issei, what did you say? Sona, yes I love you. Issei, well, have your favorite food, Sona-chan. Sona, thank you. Issei, well Sona, do you want something else? Sona smiled and said, can you help me with this paperwork? Issei, okay. After a while the bell rang but Issei stayed in the room. Sona, you don't have to go to class. Issei, I put a hologram that records everything. Sona, you are so lazy. Issei, a hexy bum for you know. Sona, shut up now. Issei, okay. Sona, how are you going to free me from my commitment Issei? Issei, it's a secret, a Sona question. Sona, tell me. Issei, my sister is in your entourage or in one. Sona, it is not. Issei, well I'm just kind of curious. Sona, but he's in the Hero Academy. Issei, well I just hope he's okay. Time passed and the bell for recess rang and the members of the student council entered the room. Saji, what is he doing here? Issei, hi, how are you? Tsubaki, but how are you here if I saw you in class? Issei, it's a secret Tsubaki-chan. Momo, seriously, you are a person who has hidden tricks. Saji, you have answered the question you asked here. Issei, you haven't said it, Sona. Sona, well, nobody knows. Tsubaki, what do we not know? Issei, I am Sona-chan's fiancé. Tsubaki, it's a joke, right? Issei, no, don't worry, I'm not going to do anything to Sona's entourage, I'm just going to free her from the other commitment. Saji, an idiot without powers or sacred gears, you think you can stop some of the pillars of the factions? Issei, yes I can, apart from that I have some tricks that nobody knows like other things. Sona, okay, but I don't want anything to happen to you because you will die if the opposing team decides so. Issei, it's okay to kill. Sona, yes it is possible, but for those who are weak. Issei, tonight I'm going to be bleeding ha ha ha. Sona, It's like blood is coming out of branches. Issei, life is unfair since they may die, but it will only be if they try to kill me since no one knows what I can do. Saji, and what can you do if you have no power? Issei, you don't know it, but very soon you will see why I am very dangerous, Saji-chan. Sona, don't do it, Issei, because they will try to recruit you, and if you don't join them you will die. Issei, it doesn't matter, they will die if they do it. At night. Sona, let's go. Host, welcome to tonight's Rite-in-Gay. The House of Citri and the House of Barbados will fight for the freedom of not marrying the House of Barbados, but also the House of Citri brought a human to fight as well. Will, give up Sona and accept your destiny. You're going to marry me and Saji will die and the other girls will be my hitches like you. Issei, ha ha ha, seriously, he is the heir of the Barbados house. Will, who is that dirty human? Issei, I am Sona-chan's fiancé. Host, well, let the battle begin. Sona, Momoruruko, I want Saji and Issei to go together. Tsubaki, where is Issei? We can see Issei in a room at the Kwa Academy. Person, what offense we have here? Issei, yes, I say the same, we have a stupid demon here. Person dies. The demon went straight to Issei, but he dodged it with ease and hit him in the belly, which made him break the wall. Issei, what happened to that confidence you had? Person, shut up. The demon lunged at him again, but Issei was going to dodge it but was held by some cables and saw that on the other side was a girl holding him. Girl, finish it quickly. Person, that's why you die, damn ice dragon, total destruction. Issei just smiled and said, my first victims. Issei let go of the cables and with monstrous strength broke the ice dragon. Girl, what happened? Person, I think he couldn't finish speaking because Issei pierced his chest with a metal pipe. Issei, how pathetic. Girl, damn. Issei, never neglect your defense. Issei didn't want the girl while the host said, Host, a tower and a knight from the House Barbatos who has been eliminated. Sona, so quickly Issei is eliminated. Saji, damn, I have problems. Tsubaki, can you help me? Tsubaki, I can't, I'm also fighting. Boy, give up, I don't want to hurt a poor boy. Saji, take this absorption. From Saji's hand came some houses that could absorb the opponent's energy. Boy, damn, well, I hope you like poison. The boy took out a small vial with a green liquid and drank it while Saji continued absorbing the opponent's energy and fell to his knees while coughing up blood. Saji, what happened? Viltra, you absorbed poison. Boy, well, a lot of water disappears. A burst of water shot out and Saji was eliminated. Host, a pawn of the Citri house has been eliminated. Akeno, Rias that believes Sona-san can survive. Rias, I don't think I can, but that boy seems familiar to me, but I also want him to be in my entourage. Akeno. Akeno, Era Rias apparently fell in love. Rias, don't be silly Akeno, you know perfectly well that I love Isaac-kun. Issei stared for a while at a place in the sky while he was throwing some arrows from the sky. A man fell while taking out some magic arrows. Man, how did you suppose I was above you? Issei, that was a trick I learned in my life. Always look around you, but it doesn't matter because you will lose, you better give up. Chapter 8, Broken Engagement. Host, a pawn from the Citri family was eliminated. Issei, great, now I have to be twice as good before the fight. I'm just going to leave this here and now, well, to the battle. Issei was running all over the place to see if he found someone to fight, but he only felt Tsubaki's power slowly diminishing. Issei quickly arrived at the place and saw that Sona and Tsubaki were about to be eliminated. Issei, Fire Dragon Curse. Issei threw the dragon at the other opponent's energy to deflect it, and it worked. Person 3, who the hell deflected my attack? Person 1, get out of wherever you are. Issei, they were looking for me. Sona, get away Issei, they are very strong. Issei, I'm not leaving here, they're just some pawns and towers, but I don't want these, I want the queen and the king. Person 1, you will pay for this. Person 3, let's go and make him die, He's only human, is it allowed to kill those cheap humans without asking? The demons rushed at Issei at a rapid speed, but Issei made a shield of fire so that the demons would burn, but to the albino's surprise they pierced the shield and gave him a strong blow. The demons were not far behind and gave a source of power to Issei. He could only put his arms in X since he could not use all his power, or else he would be discovered and his mission would be at risk. Issei, damn. Demon 1, you weren't that strong. Demon 2, you are just a pathetic human with no powers. Demon 1 fell to the ground lifeless as Issei took out his pawn pieces without anyone noticing. Issei, yes, I'm just a human, but a very dangerous one. Demon 3, damn. The demon was quick to strike Issei. The albino put his hand in front and said, Issei, deep death ice stakes. The other demon fell to the ground lifeless, and with 5 ice stakes in his body. Host, 1 pawn and 1 rook from Barbato's house were eliminated. Everyone was shocked because, barely a human, he killed 2 of the best warriors of the barbarian house. Issei, shit, I'm dead. I have 2 broken ribs, Tsubaki. Can you heal me? Tsubaki, SSI Issei. When Tsubali was healing Issei, they were attacked by the queen and 2 knights. Girl, you better give up, there are only 3 of them. I don't think they can beat the other members. Issei, it's just nonsense. I'll take care of it because I promised Sona-chan that I would break this commitment, and I never break my promises. Boy, well, how about I have fun with this idiot and teach him his place? He's just a simple human with a few tricks and some magic, but nothing more. Issei, of course, imbeciles always think they are superior, but they are garbage, nothing I can clean up. Sona, where is Momo and Ruruko? Person, you're talking about these girls. The person threw Momo and Ruruko to the ground all wounded. Sona, what a mess. Issei's mind. Issei, damn, I have no choice but to use a little more of my power. Abroad. Issei, Sona, I don't want you to get involved in this. I'm going to protect them no matter what. Sona, Issei, don't do it or they will kill you. Girl, are you going to play with that stupid human or I'll take care of you? Boy, well, this is your end. The boy went straight to Issei, but he just put his hand in front of him and said, flames of hell. The boy dodged it with luck, but Issei gave the boy a big blow that made him kneel. Issei, what were you saying? Boy, damn, take this. The boy threw a blast of power at Issei. Issei dodged it very easily, but then the other people attacked Issei from behind. The albino couldn't defend himself, but with ice one of the other opponents. Issei, that's all. Person, damn human. The person lunged at Issei. The albino was going to dodge it but was attacked with magic. Issei couldn't move but received an attack of ice destruction. Issei left everyone badly injured. Sona, stop it, I'm sorry. Sona couldn't finish speaking as Issei interrupted her. Issei, don't say it, Sona, otherwise everyone's effort would be in vain. As long as I can close my fist, I will continue fighting for the people I love, and that will be until I die, and if I die I will return from hell to continue fighting. Girl, apparently he's already crazy from so many hits. Well, I'll give you the coup de grace. When the girl was going to give him the final blow, Issei stopped the blow with his hand and with a serious look said, Issei, I will never break my promises. Infinite ice. When Issei said the last thing, the girl who was frozen, Issei only broke the heaven and the pieces of the girl fell one by one. The other people who saw that were attacking Issei, but he made fire stakes that pierced everyone. Host, the queen, 2 knights of the Barbato's house were eliminated. Issei, only the king is missing. Issei fell to the ground as gravity increased. Person, you're calling me, it seems you're very annoying, right? Issei, all that's missing is your trash, now it sounds. Sona, yes. Sona gave a water attack that hit the boy squarely. Issei broke free and gave the boy a strong blow, and with the other hand he launched a large amount of fire, and Tsubaki launched magical attacks. Host, Citri House wins. The whole place was Disa and they appeared on the outside of the rim. Seraphal, yes, my sister won. Rias, congratulations Sona, you won. Sona, Actually, my fiancé did everything since he made the plan. Rias, what is your name? Issei, it doesn't matter. Rias, well, I want to make you a proposal. Issei, which one? Rias, do you want to be part of the Gremory clan? Issei, no, thanks. I'm Sona's fiancé, and who thinks I'm going to be in your clan? Rias, okay. Seraphal, what do you want, boy? Issei, let Sona be free from this commitment, and let her not be compromised anymore. Chapter 9 Revelation. Before starting the story, I want to say that I could not update the story because my cell phone is damaged, but tomorrow it will be repaired. Apart from that, I have a lot of tasks and I have to upload other stories. I'm sorry if I did not update the stories, but I will upload the chapters a little more often now if we start the story. A few months passed, and Issei was known by the demon world apart from the fact that he was always harassed by the Gremory just to join their clan, but today his sister would have to fight with an SS class hero to see what level her sister is at apart from the fact that this day would be the meeting of the factions. Issei, I'm so tired I already want it to be vacation. Sona, if you're just lazy, you should be happy because your sister will be in the Heroes Association. Issei, I already know, but I have a bad feeling about this, and if he hurts my sister the hero I will kill him. Sona, you are very overprotective of your sister. Issei, how do you think he's calm if he's an SS class hero? Sona, you're right, but trust your sister, it'll be okay. Issei, well, I have to go breathe some fresh air. Issei left the council and went to a place far from the academy. He created a communication circle. Issei, Kabil, the plan is ready. Kabil, yes, apart from the fact that we already have the soldiers. Issei, connect me to Deceiving. Kabil, we have. Deceiving, what's up, son? Issei, I want you to be ready. The soldiers will attack the base of the fallen angels and demons today, since the leaders will be here arguing. Today I will stop this farce and attack the leader of the demons. The false Mao will be dismissed. Apart from that, I have Lucifer's sword as his necklace. I already have the complete armor. I only have the false orbs of the white and red dragons. That will be enough for me. I have more information for you. Deceiving, what else do you have? Issei, Venelana Gremory separated from Seuticus since she found out that her children and husband were doing experiments with me. Deceiving, wonderful, now relax, we will do the rest. Issei, okay. Issei left the place and appeared in the bathroom. He left the bathroom and sat on a bench where there were only 5 minutes left to see what level Issei hyoduo was on. Issei, Zirches, the world will fall because of you and your greed will make me beg for your life, but I'm glad that this farce will end very soon. He said all that in his mind. 5 minutes later. On a court you could see everything full. They wanted to see what level the most beautiful and pretty girl is at. Issei is going to appeal against an SS class hero. Issei, I hope you win, sister. Issei, I will finally be protecting the world, but I will also have to protect my little brother. Issei, yes, whatever. I just want you not to get hurt. Issei, my little brother is worried about me. Issei, okay, champion, go crush that hero. Issei went straight to the court and saw a big and muscular hero, but Issei disappeared into the shadows and placed many hidden bombs in the school and said, Issei, if they want to stop us, they will have to choose who to save. Well, everything is ready. Issei appeared sitting next to Sona. Sona, where were you? Issei, I went to look for food, but everything is closed. Sona, of course everything is closed, nobody would miss this battle. Issei, well, let's see this battle. Infiltrating, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, we are here to see the most anticipated battle of this month. Issei hyoduo will fight against an SS class hero in 3.2.1. Let the battle begin. Hera, don't think that because you are a woman I will give you the advantage. Issei, I never said that you have the advantage. Issei went at a great speed, something that Hera also moved quickly. The Hera gave a blow to Issei, something that the brunette dodged with difficulty. The Hera with a quick movement gave a great flurry of blows to Issei, barely could dodge some blows. Issei gave a great kick to the Hera, something that made the Hera move a few centimeters. Issei gave a great flurry of blows and gave a power attack, something that Hera flew for a few meters. Isata went straight against the Hera. She hit him in the face, and then she was going to hit him in the chest charged with magic, but the Hera grabbed her by the arm and left her embedded in the ground. The Hera hit her again and again, something that Issei was almost unconscious. Isata could not move or stand. Haru, while you are a Class A rookie, but I am surprised to see that, but your resistance is very low, but now you will be my slave so you can improve. When the hero was going to stamp him as a slave, he was stopped by. To be continued. You believed it. He was stopped by Issei and gave the hero a kick, causing the hero to fly into the air. Haru, who did that? Issei, I will not let you put that seal on my sister. Haru, wow, but if it's the boy who defeated a supreme class demon, but you're only a rank B, almost a rookie, but you're not very strong like your sister, she's a rank A rookie, do you think you can stop me? Issei, do you think I'll let my sister be with that seal? I'll have to die first before seeing my sister with that seal. Haru, but she is not your sister since she only has one brother who is Isaac hyoduo of rank A expert. Issei, are you going to appeal or what? Issei rushed against the hero and gave him a big blow, and the hero could not see the blow, and received it hard. Rias, he is his brother, but it is not possible if the other must already be dead since the experiment had side effects, which is death. I will have to report this to my brother after this. Issei, what's wrong, you cheap hero, didn't you think you were going to finish me off? Haru, never get distracted. The hero gave a burst of blue power. When the power touched Issei, the place exploded, taking a 5-meter clatter. Haru, I think I overdid it. The other heroes saw that and just said, Haru 3, poor boy, but he gave him some problems. Haru, yes, you are right, but he fought harder than the girl. Issei came out of the crater and with an explosion of speed he gave a blow loaded with fire. Issei, never get distracted. The hero hit Issei, and the albino also hit him back. 6 minutes passed, and the hero said, Haru, wow, but you are a professional S rank, well I will fight with everything. The hero increased everything and gave him a burst of powers. Issei already had broken ribs, but the hero said, wound, explosion. The hero formed a large purple sphere of power and threw it at Issei when the entire ground exploded everywhere. Haru 1, what do you think you're doing, kid? Haru, that doesn't matter, but it was good. If he survives this, I'll put him in the Heroes Association. Hero 2, after this your rank will go down, and you will be suspended. Wow, what a pain. The hero couldn't finish speaking as Issei hit the hero with his primal demon phase. Issei, what happened? Haru, are you surprised? All the heroes were in shock because the primeval demons were already insatiable. Issei gave the hero a flurry of blows. The hero tore his shirt and went straight to Issei. Rias, brother, it seems that Issei is alive. Zirches, go Issei, you will be locked up again and very soon you will be our slave after this. Issei gave the hero a big blow, but the hero hit him back, which made Issei move a few centimeters. Issei gave him a big blow loaded with fire. The hero fell to the ground unconscious. Zirches, surprising Issei 1. Issei, what's up Zirches? Zirches, guards captured him. When the guards went to Issei, they fell to the ground dead from the sky under nothing but rise of him. Rise of him, but what do we have here if they are the leaders of the factions? Seraphal, what are you doing here, rise of him? Rise of him, I just came for my boy. Azazel, but it's that boy who was hurt. Gabriel, yes, it's true. Issei, let me introduce myself correctly. I am Issei Lucifer, son of Risevim Lucifer. All those present were in shock. Seraphal, but Issei, you saved my sister. Issei, it was only to get information from each clan of the underworld since I have the necessary information, but I only saved her so that they would trust me. I would never be so kind, but in the end this farce is all over. Sona, Issei, tell me it's a joke, right? Issei, no, this is not a joke. I am a member of the Khaos Brigade, and now I declare war on the factions. Graphia cast an ice attack, but it was deflected by Kateria. Issei, how are you, my love? Kateria, nothing, it's time to go, love. Isaac, do you think you'll escape? Issei, I have something to say, the academy is full of bombs, you only have two options, stop me or let people die. Issei turned around and opened a large magic circle and said, Issei, well Azazel, I have the plans for your laboratory and Gabriel-san has the sacred weapons, but I hope you can stop the bombs. Chapter 10 Discussion. After the attack of the Chaos Brigade and the revelation of Issei put the factions on alert, we can see the leaders of each faction in a room discussing how they did not realize that Issei was an enemy. Azazel, how was it possible that that brat deceived us? Miguel, from what I know, he stole sacred devices and has all the Excalibur swords, which makes him a great enemy. Gabriel, apart from that he has the power to become a primordial demon. Seraphol, but how did she get that power, since what I know is that Zirches and Seuticus were in an experiment for the demons to become like before. Azazel, you are hiding something from us, Zirches. Zirches, I think it would be better if I told them before they find out from another source, but we have to make an alliance to defeat Issei. Miguel, now quickly say it once and for all. Zirches, Issei was one more test, but all the tests came out successful. We were going to put a slave seal on him, but he escaped before that. We did not give it importance, but when we put the blood samples to demons it had side effects. The demons went crazy or they died while asking for forgiveness to something or someone. What we know is that their eyes became like cysinus, and they transformed into a kind of skeleton, but they died after that. Their bones turned to dust. But what made it clearer to us to abandon the experiment was when a demon said these words, "Forgive me, Lord, for disobeying your orders." While he remains in the darkness, the world can fall. Hell is only a trigger. When he comes out into the light, it will be the end of everything. I only ask that it does not take long to stop him. Seraphol, how old was Issei when he was exposed to the experiment? Zirches, I was 6 years old. When Seraphol heard that, she slapped him because she knew that the experiment was very cruel, but they only did it with terrorists or traitors from hell. Seraphol, you exposed a child to something so cruel. Now I see why Issei became a traitor. How many times did you expose him? Zirches, all faces. Seraphol shed a few tears as no one can stand it until the third phase. There were 10 phases in total. Azazel, what are you talking about? Seraphol, Azazel-san has heard of the beginning of the experiment. Azazel, what I know about that experiment is that they are trying to make the angels or fallen and demons in their original form, or primeval form, because Seraphol, Zirches recreated the experiment, but the demons could not bear it. They could only endure the third phase of the experiment, but Issei was apparently exposed to the experiment, and had to endure all the phases, including the depths of hell. Azazel, it's a joke, right? Because you know what happens when the experiment is a success, especially the mental state that the person has. Seraphol, it's no joke, Azazel. We are facing an enemy that we cannot trust. Miguel, what are you talking about? Azazel, Miguel knows the rumor that a human in the Middle Ages made a pact with Lucifer to be in his original form. Miguel, the human who became a demon and was like an archangel. Azazel, well, that rumor is true. Humans can decide if they want to be an angel demon, or a fallen one for their actions. Miguel, so that person called Issei is a primeval demon, right? Well, now what do we do? Since the experiment was a success, I think he has something up his sleeve. Azazel, the only thing I can say is that the boy is very intelligent, since he was able to deceive me. Apart from the fact that he has many magical objects, but I ask myself one thing. Zirches, what a thing, Azazel? Azazel, because he took some old plans that were to create artificial sacred gear, but it didn't work because it had flaws. Valley, Azazel, isn't it that they also want to create artificial sacred gear? Azazel, but the plans had many flaws. I don't believe it, but if it's true, we'll have problems. Seraphol, Zirches, after this I will speak with the counselors. You knew perfectly well that the experiment was only for traitors or terrorists when you said that you had another, because you said he was a traitor, and his age was 45 years old. Zirches, I was desperate to achieve success, but I think I made a mistake. Seraphol, serious mistake. A mistake you made. That Issei was in the experiment barely 6 years old. The counselors gave permission only to those who are criminals. Isaac, calm down. I and Valak can stop him since he was born without powers. It will be easy just because he has armor and a transformation. Seriously, I have the Red Emperor, a celestial dragon. Azazel, the armor that Issei has is Lucifer's armor, an armor that he made to destroy the heavens. That armor is very powerful. With that armor it surpasses any sacred gear, even the traditional celestial dragons, but Lucifer spent a lot of power to create that armor. It will not be easy for two boys to fight against someone very strong. Their armor will be easily destroyed. Sona, what can we do? Seraphal, from what we know is that Reincarnation, Issei and Kateria are there. Gabriel, when I have him close I can see if I change his memories so that it is not a problem. Miguel, it won't be possible, Gabriel. Didn't you notice that his soul was dark like Lucifer's soul? Gabriel, damn, now what can I do? Isaac, why if I kill him then it won't be a problem. Sona, if you do that you will be my enemy Isaac. Isaac, do you think I'm afraid of you? He said it arrogantly. Seraphal, now everyone shut up, we have more problems. Rias, we have to do it, we have no other option. Azazel, I think they won't even be able to touch it. Rias, why do you say that? Azazel, I don't know if you saw the fight well, but Issei never really fought apart from the fact that he is a pure-blooded demon because if I'm not mistaken he has already lost his humanity, but I want to know something. What demon blood did they put in Issei? Sirzex, I don't know. I told the soldier to bring me the most powerful blood, I'll get it now. After a while we can see a soldier who gave him the report, and everyone was surprised. Azazel, they put the blood of Aman, they know how serious that is, he said it with fury. Seraphal, now we are dead. Chapter 11 A Big Attack. A few months passed where it was reported that Issei was from the Khaos Brigade. All factions like the human world were alert for anything but the Kaos Brigade remained inactive. That alarmed much more since that was a symbol of danger since they discovered that Issei was very smart to plot something. Sona and Issei were very sad for some reason. Everyone in the academy came with pity for Sona and Issei, but they were sad because Issei showed something that no one had, was to give hope to the boys and girls. But Isaac was just upset since the factions said that he was very weak just because his brother had that cursed Lucifer armor. We found ourselves in a castle where Issei was with Reincarnation and Kabil. Issei, well father, you found the white and red dragon balls. Reincarnation, yes, I found many of the gems of the white and red dragons, but what do you want it for? Issei, I want all the soldiers to give me their armor and swords. Reincarnation, okay, but then I want to know what you're going to do. Kabil, the boy is very intelligent but he is up to something, otherwise he would never ask for the white and red dragon gems. Issei, you will be surprised by what I am going to do, but first Kabil, I want you to measure some small fragments of the Excalibur. Kabil, 10, but I hope it is something useful. Issei, it will be. After a while Issei took all the red and white gems with the soldiers' armor and their weapons and locked himself in the blacksmith's shop. All the soldiers were a little impatient to know what surprise the warrior Issei was going to give them. After a few days Issei left the blacksmith's shop sweating a lot, but Issei said, Issei, okay, soldiers, come in and look at your armor, and you can call Kabil, my father, Akateria and the others. Soldier, yes sir, Issei. The soldier ran very fast and called the leaders. When they arrived they were surprised. All the soldiers had gems in their armor, and some small gems in their weapons. Issei, what do you think about taking a few days to get Albion and Drake's gems in Sambril? But I think it worked. Kabil, wow, that boy knows how to surprise. He combined the white dragon gems with the red ones. Issei, now soldiers can increase their power and divide the enemy's power. Soldier 3, thank you Mr. Issei for this gift. Soldier 1, now we can be stronger. Issei, improve your armor so that you don't die and we don't have casualties in the organization because tomorrow we will attack the Vatican. Reincarnation, tell me your plan, son. Issei, I'm going with 60 soldiers and Kabil since my infiltrators have discovered that the Vatican has some forbidden spells. It has some things that belong to the demons, and I'm referring to the temporary stopping of time. That device belongs to Belzebius since the device is shaped like a stopwatch and also allows you to see the future for 5 seconds. You have the 10 swords of the great dark dragons, and you know that a scratch from that sword to a dragon is like having 50 swords stabbed into it. Apart from that, they have the Book of the Dark Ones. Kabil. The way he gets the information is really good, apart from the fact that he is crazy enough to attack the Vatican. But what else do I expect if this boy is quite intelligent and very elusive? Issei, well, I'm leaving now. I have to go take a shower and then rest since creating the armor was difficult. Issei left the place and went straight to the bathroom. Issei was taking a bath, but Kateria came in. Kateria, what more love? Issei, what do you want, Kateria-san? Kateria, I just came to spend some time with my boyfriend, but I see that you have finished bathing. How about we go to bed? Issei followed Kateria when Kateria lay down on the bed. Issei was on top of Kateria and gave her a kiss. Kateria, come on, Issei. When they were going to make the delicious Kabil, he interrupted them and said, Kabil, you're going to kill him, dog. Issei realized that if they did it here, the whole lair would hear them. Issei, Kateria will be for next time. Now it would be better to sleep. Kateria, damn, but hey, let's just go to sleep. The next day Issei woke up, got dressed and put on a mask. Issei, it's time to go. Kabil, come on kid, it would be total suicide, but your craziest plans are the ones that work. Decisive, I hope you are well. Issei disappeared in a magic circle and appeared at the entrance of the Vatican. Issei ISO blew up the door and said, Issei, okay guys, give me what belongs to the demons. Exorcist, Jamin to all the exorcists, and the guards all appeared and said an exorcist. Exorcist, why have these dirty demons come? Issei, I have come for what belongs to the demons. I have come for the stopwatch, the swords and the Book of the Dark Ones. Exorcist, how do you know that? Issei, they always hide something from us. I'm going to claim our inheritance. The soldiers put on their armor, and the exorcists, like the priests, and those of higher rank, were surprised since it was the aura of the celestial dragons. The soldiers began a massacre. The exorcists did not harm Issei's soldiers, and the worst thing is that not even the strongest spells did almost no damage, or worse is that Issei got everything he wanted, but an exorcist saw him and attacked him. Issei just deflected the attack and ran somewhere else. Exorcist, stay still, don't go, coward. Issei, let's see how fast you are. Issei ran away from the place, but she locked him in a pocket dimension. Exorcist, I will never let you escape with those dangerous objects. The girl slashed at Issei but only broke his mask. The girl was stunned for a while since he was the boy who defeated an SS class hero, but Issei spoke. Issei, you're surprised. I want what belongs to me. Exorcist, those things are very dangerous. I can't let you escape with that. Issei moved quickly and approached in front of her. Issei just grabbed the exorcist's chin and said, Issei, I'm sorry, but I can't leave these things. And after saying that, he kissed the girl. Issei disappeared from the place in a burst of darkness. The girl who gave a ray in a small blush but then said, Exorcist, damn, you escaped. Chapter 12 Error. Issei, what did you think of the attack on the Vatican? It was a success and we had no casualties. Decisive, I see that you are very good at what you do and that you have everything you have promised. Kabil, this guy really got my adrenaline pumping. Shalba, I see that he is indeed a real danger, but we are lucky that he is on our side. Cruzuri, apart from the fact that he did it without any fallen or wounded soldiers. Kateria, apparently my boyfriend achieved things that no one else could do. Issei, father has Loki's location. Decisive, you want to make him be the truth. Issei, yes, but I need your location. Decisive, the only thing I know is that he is in Asgard, in a small town in the north. Issei, I know perfectly well that Loki can be a great ally since he wanted Thor's hammer but never got it, but I think he can have an alliance with us when I tell him something very tempting. Decisive, that look is a look that plots something you have in mind. Issei, I have a lot of material to create a weapon for him, but that weapon will be his choice. If he wants a sword, I will make him a sword. If he wants a spear, he will have his spear. If he wants a hammer, I will make him a hammer. I have enough material, like some drag and Albion gems, like some gem pieces that increase the wearer's resistance. I want all his information to know where he is. In 5 days I will rest for a while, but I will train. I will go to the forest of familiars where there are very strong beasts. Issei made a magic circle and entered. Issei was breaking some trees to make a cabin. After a while Issei entered his cabin and rested. The next day Issei went to train where he found some large fish. Issei alone fought, and then cooked them. 3 days passed where Issei became stronger. Issei left the forest on the 4th day to be able to arrive on the 5th day. When Issei entered the base, everyone welcomed him and Reincarnation had all the information. Issei left the place. A few days passed since he had problems with some renegade demons. Along the way Issei arrived at a bar and entered. He spent a few hours drinking until he saw a beautiful woman who was next to him. Issei saw that she had some small tears. Issei approached and said, "Issei, are you okay, miss?" "Woman, who are you?" "Issei, I'm Miss Issei." "Woman, I am Venezuelan." Issei and the girl looked at each other for a while and both shouted, "Issei, you are venelana gremory." "Venelana, you are Issei Lucifer." Venelana/Issei, Kaos ka. "Issei, I just came to look for someone." "Venelana, I am venting my sorrows." "Issei, calm down, I won't hurt you." "Venelana, I'm dead. I rock this guy. He'll pay for everything I asked for in my room." "Issei, hey." Venelana went to her room. Issei paid for everything and went with her to find out information about hell, but she found that no one was there. Issei was going to leave, but Venelana hit him hard on the head. After a few hours Issei woke up. He was tied from his feet to his hands. "Issei, but what's happening?" "Venelana, it seems you have already woken up." Issei saw that Venelana was drunk, or better said she was worse than drunk. "Issei, what do you want to do?" "Venelana, I want something from you." "Issei, what a thing." "Venelana, I want your virginity." "Issei, well, take it. Wait, what do you want?" Venelana approached slowly and with a lustful voice said, "Venelana, I want to take your virginity, and I want you to take away all this suffering with the pleasure that you can give me. I want to be your fiancée and your future wife." Issei was scared. He wasn't scared that he would have sex with her, he was afraid that Kateria would find out about it and kill him. Venelana began to slowly undress while being watched by Issei. After undressing, she grabbed Issei and tore his shirt, then ripped off his pants. "Issei, damn it, because I can't break these ropes." Venelana, well, now to try this. Venelana took out a small bottle with a pink liquid. "Issei, what is that?" "Venelana, I think it's called night potion, or better known as something aphrodisiac." Issei gulped as it was an excitement potion, and now he couldn't do anything. Venelana swallowed a little of the potion, and then wanted to give it to Issei, but he wouldn't open his mouth. Venelana kissed Issei and Issei swallowed the drink. She had the liquid in her mouth. "Issei, it tastes like strawberries." Venelana, well, now to take this. Lemon skipped. Venelana, it's true that TT makes you violent. After Venelana said, she shed a few tears. Venelana, because life is unfair. I wanted to have the reward for catching you, but in the end I made another mistake. Issei just hugged Venelana by the waist and said, "Issei, Venelana-san was also my fault, but if she turns out to be pregnant, and I'll be in charge." When Venelana heard that, she felt a little warmth in her chest. "Issei, if you need anything you can call me. It was a mistake for you to meet me." Venelana was looking at her with a small smile, a smile like before she separated from her husband. "Issei, well, you better go, Bala." Issei changed his clothes, and when he was about to leave, Venelana grabbed Issei's arm, which made the albino turn around and Venelana kiss him. "Issei, why was that?" "Venelana, I gave you a little kiss before you go, love." Issei was just confused but didn't give it any importance and left. "Venelana, I fell in love again." "Issei, how cold it is, but I will have an alliance with Loki right now." A few days passed, and Issei was already arriving at the town where his father told him. Issei, not far away, but for his bad luck he ran into a Valkyrie. Valkyrie, let him roast a demon in Asgard. Issei, I just came for one thing, miss. Valkyrie, wait a minute, you are the enemy of the factions, right, Issei Lucifer? Issei, so you recognize my name, right, but what is yours, Valkyrie? Valkyrie, I will give you the honor of knowing my name because you are going to die. My name is Rosweiss, the woman who is going to kill you. Issei, nice name Rosweiss-san, but do you think that a single person can kill me if not even the SS-class heroes could kill me? I will give you a chance to leave and report this to Odin. Rosweiss, Asgard warriors never have honor, we never run away from a battle. Issei, as you wish, just because you are a lady I will let you strike first. Rosweiss, never trust yourself. Rosweiss launched a huge blow at Issei charged with magic, but when Issei received the blow it had no effect, which surprised Rosweiss. Issei, that's all. Rosweiss, but that attack at least had to leave you stunned. Issei, it doesn't matter, I can always stop a large attack, but I see that you are really very strong, at the level of an almost expert S rank, but it's a shame. Issei just returned the attack, but Rosweiss dodged it with some difficulty. Rosweiss, if that attack had hit me, I would surely be knocked out now. Issei, wow, but you are somewhat agile, but you are not that much. Issei only moved faster and hit her in the neck, causing Rosweiss to faint. Issei, you are really a very pretty girl, but it will be better if I leave you in the town where I am going, because if I go straight to Odin they will kill me. Issei just walked to the village where Loki was. Issei left Rosweiss, still a villager, where the villager took him to a doctor. Issei, then this is the place where you count Loki. Well, I'd better start looking for you since a war will start very soon. Issei searched all over the village but didn't find him. Issei climbed the mountains because maybe there he could find him, but no. Issei came down from the mountains, but he felt a slight trace of magical power. Issei followed that trace and he is outside a cave. Issei, I just hope you're here. Issei entered the cave and saw a person standing near a campfire. Issei, wow, but I finally found you, god of deception, or better known as Loki. Loki, you who are mortal. Issei, let me introduce myself, I am Issei Lucifer, the enemy of the factions. Loki, what do you want, dirty demon? Issei, first I have a tempting offer that you cannot refuse, and second speak to me with respect and that I have the power to kill gods. Loki, I feel your aura and let me tell you that you have my respect since your aura is that of a god like me, and tell me what your offer is. Issei, the offer is that you join the Khaos Brigade and you will have a great weapon. Loki, that's all, I thought it was actually something interesting. Issei, let me finish, I can create a weapon like Thor's hammer, but better yet a sword or a spear, since now I have some orbs of the red dragon and the white dragon. That weapon that I can create for you can increase or decrease power, you can even rotate your brother Thor, or better yet, you can be the new god of Asgard. So what do you say, yes or no? It's an offer with time. Loki, what material would the hammer be made of? Issei, from the hardest metal in the world, the metal that Lucifer created, his armor and his weapon. Loki, I accepted the deal, boy. I will be a member of your organization. What was it called? Issei, the Kaos Brigade. Let's go, Loki-san. Issei used a magic circle and left the place with Loki. Chapter 14 Battle. Issei, Loki, you know something that Odin is hiding. Loki, well, I had a plan since Odin was going to have an alliance with the air factions so that I would enter so that I could keep Thor's hammer and defeat Odin, but I think that would be a bad plan. Issei, you don't have a good plan, but you would have to trick the factions, or better yet, separate them, since if they are all in the same place you could die, but if they separate they could fall one by one. Kabil, I have the Cerberos and Loki has a dog, right? Loki, yes, but what do you mean? Kabil, let the boy explain to you. Issei, what if with the servants and your pet we attack Odin first and go to the factions dressed like him so we can get information about the factions, but the only problem would be Thor since he knows you perfectly and knows what Odin's attitude is like. Loki, you're right, but what can we do? Issei, so Odin is a perverted old man if we have a way to get him out. Loki, like. Issei, it's easy, Odin is going for a beautiful girl. The only way is for him to come out with a decoy and we attack him by surprise. Loki, that is really difficult because that old man is very intelligent. Issei, calm down, I have a plan in Asgard. I have an infiltrator or well 5 people, 2 are women and that can help us. Loki, what are you going to do? Issei, we can't attack him since the factions would help him. It would be better if Odin didn't come to the meeting and you, Loki, with your power, disguise yourself as Odin and you go to the meeting and we will support you but from the shadows. Loki, what is your plan? Issei, Odin is going to leave the meeting. He will never arrive because along the way the infiltrators that I have in Odin's palace will entertain him and not us, and we will go to the meeting. Loki, perfect, but I need a weapon. Issei, your hammer is already here, or well, do you want to see it? Loki, let's go. Issei went to the armory where he saw a hammer with 2 small gems and the handle plated with gold. The hammer had a special shine as if it were cast by diamonds, but what surprised him was that the hammer had a powerful sacred energy. Issei, I think it's done, but it only needs the last finishing touch. Issei made a small seal and then grabbed Loki's hand and the seal shone. Loki, what are you doing? Issei, it is a seal that allows the hammer to respond only to your call. It can even increase your power and divide the power of your enemy. Loki, then this hammer is more powerful than my brother's hammer. Issei, yes, it's time to go, but I'll take some things before I leave. Tell Kabil and Shalba to come and we'll go to a meeting. Shalba, why did you call me? Issei, we're going to a meeting and I want you to entertain the security. Kabil will face Vala. I will face the faction leaders and Loki will get information from the leaders, such as some magical objects. Shalba, it's a very good plan, but if they prevent the Juggernaut drive we do it. Issei, we use the timer and you will have a 3-second advantage so you can do something. Loki, come on, this will be our first mission. Issei, but I will also bring something special if things get complicated. Kabil, the armor of Lucifer Truth. Issei, yes. Issei took his armor and put it on, and then Issei made a magic circle where he told the infiltrators of Asgard to take Odin somewhere else since they were going to the meeting. Then Issei arrived at the meeting, but he hid in the shadows and Loki disguised himself as Odin. Odin never arrived at the meeting since he left with 2 girls. Issei, how are you, Loki? Loki, everything is fine, but we have another problem. Issei, what problem? Loki, she is the Valkyrie who accompanies Odin. Issei, Loki, the problem is that she doesn't separate from me because if she sees me she will inform Odin and I don't want the factions to know that we have an alliance, or else they will have more protection in the factions. Issei, that will be easy, but do you know what the Valkyrie's name is? Loki, I know everyone, but I think her name is Roswise, Odin's personal Valkyrie. Issei, it will be more than easy. When we attack I will go to fight with you, just follow my lead so that the Valkyrie faces me and follows me. Loki, okay, but what's happening with that old man? Issei, Odin is following the girls I sent to deliver him. It will be easy, continue with the plan. Then it happened like the original story? Zirches, then we have an alliance. Loki, well, it was interrupted by Issei. Issei, but look who we have here, how are you friends? Zirches, how are you here? Azazel, stop him. When the guards were going to arrest them, they fell to the ground. Everyone looked and saw Kabil. Isaac, it's now that I take care of it. Isaac was going to launch a dragon shot, but he received a strong attack from Shalba. Rias, Isaac. Issei, why are they attacking me if I haven't killed anyone yet? Zirches, you're a damned bastard. Issei, but you created it. Azazel, Odin, help us. Issei, he only made a magic circle where a large Cervero appeared. Issei, I think it won't happen. Issei only increased his power and activated Lucifer's armor, all of which gave into the power that emanated. This is the armor. Issei, they're coming or what? Issei lunged at Isaac and gave him a strong blow that sent Isaac out of the place. Issei took out his swords and slashed at Zirches but was stopped by Zenobia and Kiba. Issei, They are no match for me, long. Kiba, stop Issei. Issei, servers attack. The servers went straight against the DXD grunt. Issei slashed at Sirzex with his swords, but Sirzex took out his wings and flew away, but Issei threw a sword, which caused Sirzex's wings to be cut off. Everyone who looked at Issei for a while. Issei, come fake Mao. Issei rushed against the leaders of the Issei factions with his swords, blocking Azazel's spears of light and the attacks of the destruction of Sirzex. Issei left the leaders of the factions injured with a quick attack. Chapter 15. A Great Demon. Issei, that's all the faction leaders can give, how pathetic. Azazel, you think that was our power? Sirzex, it's time to end this, Miguel Azazel. Let's bring out all our power. Issei, well, I'll wait for you. Azazel and the other leaders brought out all their power and gave a great attack to Issei, but Issei said only one thing. Issei, hellish devastation. When Issei said that, the attack stopped and disappeared, but then a large shockwave of fire was released that caused the faction leaders to fly away with severe burns. Issei, well, time for them to die. Issei made a sphere of fire where he threw the sphere of fire, but the sphere disappeared and a hammer appeared that hit Issei. Issei, who hit me? From the sky 2 people came down. It was none other than Thor and Odin. Issei, damn, we're in trouble. Odin, so you're the ones who infiltrated this meeting. Sirzex, but if Odin is here. Thor, it's Loki who is in this meeting. Azazel, then we were deceived. Odin, yes, they were smart and they deceived my father and me, but we realized it. Issei, well, I don't want you guys to interfere. It will be better for Loki to face you, Thor. Thor, you think my brother can beat me? From a cloud of dust a hammer was launched at Thor. Thor, but how is that possible? Loki, I'm sorry it hurt you, brother. Thor, how come you have a hammer like mine? Issei, have fun, Loki, try it and then tell me what you thought of Loki. Loki, of course I'll have fun. Odin, I will not allow that. I can't finish speaking because Issei hit him hard. Issei, you will be my fight, let's go. With Kabil. Kabil, that is all the gremory and citri heiresses can give. Rias, damn, we have no strength left. Sona, damn it, I have to stop Issei-san. Saji, come on, I'm not going to give up yet, damn it. Kabil, come on, show me what you can do. Saji increased his power and his balance breaker and went straight against Kabil, but received a spear of light that pierced Saji's stomach. With Shalba, that is all the security I can be. Isaac, shut up. Shalba, ha ha ha, that's very pathetic, ha ha ha. Isaac, shut up, you damn guy. Shalba, apparently he got angry, come on, show me all your power. Isaac activated his balance breaker and went straight against Shalba, but Shalba just put his hand in front and made a circle and threw out a large sphere of purple fire. When the sphere touched Isaac, it exploded into a large flame and then burned Isaac's armor. Shalba, come on Isaac, I want to see what's good about you. With Loki. Loki, what's wrong, bro? It seems like you've weakened a lot. You should exercise more, little brother. Thor, how come you have so much power? Loki, well, little brother, a friend gave me this hammer. It is capable of being many things. Thor, I'd better get this over with. Thor grabbed his hammer and fired a huge ray that struck Loki, but Loki easily dodged it as it split Thor's power. Loki, what's wrong, brother? That's all you have. Thor, damn, I have no energy left. With Issei we go. I want to see all their power. Are they just weak? Sirzex's curse. Azazel, damn, I have no more strength. Issei, come on, that's all you have. Odin, I will have to bring out all my power. Issei, come on, old man, I want to see what you have. I'm sure you can hit me, just hit me. Odin, I am a god, a powerful one. I was raised in the winter and defeated the giants. I am very powerful and I will destroy my enemies. A light came out of Odin's body that blinded Issei for a moment, but when Issei saw him, a little surprised, Odin had golden armor and had a spear in his hand. Issei, come with everything, Odin. Issei activated his armor again and went straight against Odin. The two attacked each other with everything. Issei with his swords was causing some problems to Odin, but Odin slashed with his spear, something that Issei could not dodge, and caused some damage. Issei with one of his swords shot out against Odin and dodged the spear of light, and caused damage to Odin's armor. Odin, that's all a member of the Khaos Brigade can be. Issei, ha ha ha, I never thought I would have to use almost all my power against an Asgardian. Odin, come on boy, that's all you can be. Issei, let's go with everything, old man. Issei's body grew a little like the armor, but what was most surprising was that the armor sprouted wings and Issei's voice was that of a primal one. Issei, come, old man. Odin shot out at Issei, but Issei didn't move, he just received the blow. When the blow hit Issei, everyone was surprised because a dark flame came out of the armor, and some parts of their armor came out with the dark flames. Issei, hell waves. From Issei's armor came out his swords with the dark fire while they were placed in two different places, and a great burst of fire came out directly against Odin. A fire tornado was created that saw Odin. Odin wanted to undo the tornado, but he couldn't. What scared him the most was that some souls came out that were none other than his wife. Odin, what is it that she is here? When Odin said that, he fell to the ground, his armor was broken and his body was almost finished. Issei, it is a technique that consumes a lot of energy but does a lot of damage. It is an ability from my demon side. You are the first person to try my strong attack. I tell you, Odin, you have my respect. Being old, you still have a lot of power, but it is time for you to die. When Issei went with his sword to stab him in the head, he received an attack from a large person. Issei, brother, stop this once and for all, I don't want to hurt you. What happened to the boy who was happy and gave hope to the students? That smile that gave hope. Issei died a long time ago. Chapter 16. Fear. Issei, are you going to stop me, sister? Tell me that you couldn't even defeat a hero, and you think you can defeat me. Issei slowly began to rage as his armor was boiling with fire. Issei, I spent my whole life alone. I spent my whole life hating, and now that I am powerful they think I am going to forgive them for what they did. Issei raised all his power that the leaders of the factions were very afraid, since Issei slowly increased his Azazel power, as the other leaders thought one thing, they thought they were really in front of Lucifer. Issei, I hope you are prepared for your death. Kabil, I don't want Shalba. Don't get involved in this fight, go back to base. Kabil, the boy is really angry, it would be better to go back, Shalba. Shalba, I wanted to have a little more fun, but it would be better if I did not do it. Kabil only made a magic circle where they left. Isaac stood up trying to stop Shalba, but Issei sent him to where the faction leaders were. Issei slowly got into a combat stance where he went first for Isaac. Isaac activated his balance breaker, but Issei gave him a strong blow that sent him flying against the wall. Rias wanted to help him, but the only thing he received was a huge blow that sent him against the wall of the room. Issei, you will be the first person to die. Issei grabbed Isaac by the neck while strangling him, but zirches hit Issei hard. Issei sent him to the ground. Issei wanted to kill Isaac, but unfortunately for him Vale appeared and sent him to the other room this time. Issei was slowly getting angrier and angrier. Vale, they're fine. Isaac, yes, I never thought that my brother was really a great danger. If I'm honest, I'm afraid that he's still alive. While zirches and the other faction leaders were recovering, Loki took advantage of the time to steal something. Issei's power increased more and more as wounds formed on his body. When Issei tried to give Vale a strong blow, he was pierced by a spear that emanated sacred power. Behind Vale were exorcists and a girl. On the other side were some heroes who had just arrived. Issei, stop brother, you're cornered, you won't be able to defeat anyone. Girl, I want you to return the objects you stole. If you do, you won't have any problems with me. Sona, Issei, please surrender, and you won't get hurt. Hero, if you surrender you won't have any problems and you won't die. Issei, my whole life I spent like garbage, my whole life I spent being a weakling thinking that heroes are the protection of the world, but I realized that all heroes are garbage and I am the one in charge of starting to save the weak. Issei took a great leap as he sent his armor into a pocket dimension. Issei, today the factions will die and the original leaders will take command. Issei came out at a great speed that surprised the leaders and the heroes, but they were more surprised when Issei went first for Vala. They didn't notice when he moved. Vala wanted to dodge the blow but was grabbed by some chains and then disappeared and appeared behind Zirches, who also grabbed him by the chains and disappeared. He sent them both against some broken windows. Zirches and Vala slowly got up, but Issei grabbed him by the chains again, and this time he was strangling him, but Vala activated the Juggernaut Drive. Isaac also activated the Juggernaut Drive to help Vala. The two were shot against Issei. Vala ripped through Issei's chest while Isaac threw Issei against the wall. Issei only got up while a lot of blood came out of his body. Issei's eyes were red and his teeth became sharper and his muscle mass increased. Vala just went straight to Issei where he bit his arm. Isaac also went against Issei where he bit his other arm, but they felt a great demonic power coming from Issei's body. Issei was slowly raising the mouths of the two dragons. Issei threw them against the wall while transforming into a primeval demon. Issei went against Vala and Isaac both too, but this time Issei was different. Issei gave a big blow to Vala's head and a big kick in Isaac's chest. He also threw a large sphere of demonic power at Vala and then pierced Vala's chest while taking him out of the Juggernaut Drive transformation. Everyone was surprised since Issei in just a few minutes destroyed the Juggernaut Drive. Isaac went against Issei, but Issei destroyed the gem on Isaac's chest, then grabbed him by the head while ripping off the dragon's head. Everyone was this time in shock since Issei destroyed the Juggernaut Drive Isaac and Vala, but Issei with a macabre smile grabbed Isaac by the neck and pierced him with his arm. Isaac was spitting blood while looking into Issei's eyes. It was different. He was a true demon who was truly fighting, but Isaac felt a great pain in his chest, while everyone watched as Issei stuck a gem into Isaac that pierced his chest. Vala, with her little strength she had, was to attack Issei, but he fell to the ground looking with her weakened eyes. Azazel went against Issei, but she saw that Issei didn't move. She wanted to be with her brother. Issei wanted to attack her but couldn't. Something in him didn't want to. Sona, she just approached Issei while giving Issei a strong hug to calm him down. Like Azazel, they were sad because the person they loved so much was suffering. Issei, why can't I attack them? Maybe I can't hurt them because they are my only family. Issei just raised his wings as he went to Loki. Loki just appeared behind Issei while he had something in his hand. Loki, well, it would be better if we went. I already had a lot of fun. Issei, this time they come out alive. Very soon the original friends will take the position. I hope they are prepared because they will die. Loki just made a magic circle where they went straight to the base. Chapter 17. Great Demon. Issei was resting since his body suffered a lot of damage from taking out the demon form with the Lucifer armor. Issei was resting in peace, but then he opened his eyes and saw that he was in a foggy place, and below him there was a lot of mud, and there were also skulls and skulls of demons and people. Issei was a little scared because he didn't know where he was. Issei, where the hell am I? Issei was left alone under the mud while a large figure was formed. Issei was a little surprised, but then he felt a great power coming from that shadow, and each time the shadow became bigger and bigger. Issei only felt fear, a fear that he had not felt for a long time. Issei, but what the hell is that? The shadow only opened his eyes. They were eyes red like blood, and more so when he opened his eyes. Issei felt hatred, a hatred he had never felt before. Issei, what is that? Shadow, with what did you manage to get this far? Issei, Lucifer? Issei, how do you know my name? Shadow, I am the demon that lives in your body. I am the person who gives you enough power to become a primeval demon. Issei, that's not possible. Shadow, here you are, magnificent. Issei, only you have been able to survive my power without being so crazy. You are perfect for me to rise from the void. Issei was losing control of his body and saw that suddenly the mud was gone, and he was standing on top of black water, and saw his reflection, and it was that of a demon that slaughtered and had no mercy. Issei, that's not me. Shadow, of course you are. Tell me how many people you killed, and you carry on as if nothing happened. Issei just got tired and went against the shadow, giving a big hit, and another one, but the shadow was as if nothing. But suddenly Issei felt a pain in his abdomen, and saw that there was a stake of darkness. Issei, but when he attacked me. Shadow, You can't fight me, you're just a little insect against a big demon. Issei transformed into a primal demon and went against the shadow, giving many blows and throwing a large flame of fire that went directly against the shadow. But the shadow only put his hand in front and then sent Issei to the ground. Shadow, give up, you won't be able to stand against me. Issei, shut up. Issei went into a huge burst of speed, giving a strong punch, but Issei's arm broke. But the shadow wasn't even a little angry, he was just looking at Issei as if he was pathetic. Shadow, tell me, Issei, why are you angry? I called you a demon, and you can't even hurt me. Issei, shut up. The shadow just touched Issei's head as a dark energy passed through his body. Shadow, take some of my power and come against me. Issei got up and went against the shadow again, but this time the shadow moved its arm and a large wound formed on Issei's chest. Issei fell to the floor while breathing heavily. Shadow, your body belongs to me now. The shadow approached slowly. Issei wanted to fight, but he couldn't. He was shedding tears, but then Issei woke up and saw that he was in his room while his whole body was sweating. Tears were coming out of Issei's eyes. Kateria entered the room as she heard Issei scream and saw how Issei was shedding tears. Kateria, are you okay, Issei-kun? Issei just hugged Kateria very tightly and started crying. Issei, I don't want you to leave me alone. I don't want to be alone anymore. Kateria was surprised since she never saw Issei cry, but she was more surprised when she heard Issei's words. Kateria, now Issei-kun, I'm here and I will never leave you alone. You know why? Issei, why? Kateria, because I am your future wife and because you are the man I love. Issei just calmed down and went back to sleep, but Kateria was a little worried about Issei since she didn't know what happened to him. Kateria just went to where Reincarnation was. Reincarnation, what's wrong, Kateria? Why are you worried? Kateria, Reincarnation-san, I want to know what's happening to Issei. He's very scared and I don't know why. Since Issei is his son, maybe you know. Reincarnation just put on a very serious look, but at the same time one of concern. Reincarnation, you're right, Kateria, Issei is my son and maybe I know what's happening to him. Kateria, what's wrong with Issei? Reincarnation, Kateria, do you remember that I told you when Issei was a little boy and was exposed to an experiment? Kateria, yes, if I remember correctly it was called experiment from the beginning, right? Reincarnation, yes, but no one in the world could resist something so cruel. Rumors said that when you reached the third phase you died, but if a person managed to survive he would go totally crazy. But Issei did not go crazy, something worse happened to Issei. But this is not the first time I have heard about Issei behaving strange. Kateria, what's wrong with Issei-kun? Reincarnation, Issei is just becoming what he is, a demon. Very soon he will lose all his memories for a while, but he will recover them in that time. He can behave in two ways. The first is that Issei will behave like an ancient demon, and the second will be that he will not have any sense of who we are, and he will be a little child for a while. But don't worry, Kateria. After that Issei will return to normal, but you will have to spend a lot of time with him if you want him to remember you when he was a little child. Kateria, Issei will be a little boy again. Reincarnation, or maybe he'll turn into a demon. When Reincarnation said that, Kateria was afraid of losing Issei. Kateria, but the effects are temporary, of course. Reincarnation, I don't know, it can last for years, months, or maybe weeks, or a few days, or even centuries. What I can say is that the effects are random, like time, you will never know when it will return to normal. Kateria, then you will spend more time with him. Kateria went to Issei's room, but Issei was no longer there. Kateria went to tell Reincarnation because if Issei lost his memory he would be alone since he would not know where he was. Reincarnation, Issei escaped, but how? Kateria, yes, if he escaped, if Issei goes outside in his situation, he could die or the factions could have him as a slave. Reincarnation, call all the guards and find Issei quickly. Kateria called all the guards and gave them the order to look for Issei. Reincarnation, this is bad. If Issei gets lost it can cause a lot of chaos or he can die, damn it. Loki, Reincarnation, I'm going to keep watch so that no one enters the teleportation room. Issei may go to the room and I'm going to check if no one came in or out. With Issei. In a skyscraper there is an injured woman who is fighting with a boy stronger than her. The girl was none other than Murayama. Boy, give up Murayama and you must accept that you will be my dog. The boy couldn't finish speaking because Issei fell into his chasm, but Issei was a little boy. Note: you will be wondering what happened and how the hell he fell into Cima del Chico. I would also like to know, but the explanation will be for the next chapter at the end of the note. Murayama, I think this is my lucky day. Murayama approached the boy and saw that in his Cima was a small child. Murayama wanted to leave, but she did not want to leave the child alone, so she took him to her house. Note: what will it be for? End of note. A couple of hours passed where Issei woke up, but he was very confused. Issei saw that there was a girl at a desk. He got a little scared and covered himself with the blankets, but Murayama already saw that Issei was awake. Murayama stood up and went to see Issei. Murayama, I know you're awake, boy, tell me your name. Issei only got more scared and wrapped himself in the blankets. Murayama got upset and lifted the covers. Murayama, who are you, child, and where are your parents? Issei, no, I don't know who I am and where my parents are. The idea that Issei was an orphan crossed Murayama's mind. Murayama, then tell me your name. Issei, I'm sorry miss, but I don't know what my name is and I don't know who I am. Murayama, she must have lost her memory because of the blow she had with the boy. Issei, and who are you, miss? Murayama said sarcastically. Murayama, I'm your One-chan. Issei only hugged Murayama because he thought she was his sister. Murayama, why are you hugging me? Issei, you are my sister, right? Murayama was only very red because of how cute Issei was as a child. Murayama, of course. Issei only hugged Murayama tighter. Issei, don't leave me alone, One-chan. A memory passed through Murayama's mind. Flashback. Murayama, you couple of perverts, stop spying on us. Murayama, like other girls, were beating up Matsuha and Motohama for a while. She was going to leave, but she saw that one of their manga was on the ground. She picked up the manga and saw that it was a hentai one where she was in the same situation with little Issei. I leave them ASU imagination of what Murayama saw in the hentai manga. End of flashback. Murayama, what the hell am I thinking? He's just a little kid. Issei, One-chan, I'm hungry. Murayama just went to the kitchen and made some noodles. Murayama, I'm sorry but I can't cook very well, so you want some noodles. Issei, of course, One-chan. Murayama, hey One-chan, you said you didn't have a certain name. Issei, yes sister, I don't have a name. Murayama, how about I put one on you? Issei, it's okay. Murayama and Issei spent a while thinking of a name for Issei, but it was already night, and Murayama's head was smoking. Murayama, can't think of a good name. Issei, okay sister, how about we leave it for the next day? Murayama, I got it. Issei, what? Murayama, your name will be Esther. Issei, I like that name, One-chan. Chapter 18. Madness. A couple of weeks passed where Issei was calm, but his sister told him. Murayama, hey brother, do you want to go to my academy today? Issei, yes sister. Muraya, well, because today you can go. Normally parents take halos, but my parents are on vacation so you can come, and besides, it's a festival that the academy put on. Issei, well sister, but I have where the sister academy is. Muraya, I'd rather take you, but change your clothes. Issei just changed his clothes and then said, Issei, sister, I'm ready. Muraya just left while carrying Issei. After a while, Murayama alone went to the academy while Issei was behind her. A few minutes passed and Murayama finally arrived at her academy and changed to see her best friend, who was Kates. Murayama, Kates-san, how are you? Kates, I've been fine Murayama, but tell me who that boy is. Murayama, he's my brother. Kates, seriously Murayama-san, you never told me you had a brother. Murayama just got nervous and then said, Murayama, well, I never mentioned it because he was studying somewhere else, but he came to stay here for a while. Kates, seriously, Tell me what his ability is. Murayama only grew more nervous as she stuttered. Murayama, well him. Murayama couldn't finish speaking as Issei spoke. Issei, since I'm still a child, my ability hasn't fully developed yet. Kates, that's right, sorry, but Murayama-san, what is your brother doing here? Murayama, I invited him to the festival. Katisa, seriously Murayama, why don't we show him what the academy is like? Issei was just having fun with his sister and Kates, but suddenly he heard a voice. Voice, you know perfectly well that that is not your family. Come on, destroy everything, show who you really are. Issei just grabbed his head for a moment, but Murayama said, Mariah, Esther, are you okay? Issei, yes sister, I'm fine, I just had a little headache, that's all. Kates, why don't we go to a shady place so we can get a break from the heat for a while? They spent a while where Issei still heard those voices, but he was quiet so as not to worry his sister. But about 3 boys approached Murayama. Person 1, you remember my Murayama? Murayama, what do you want? Person 1, I'm coming for my revenge. I'm not going to accept that a person weaker than me has defeated me. Murayama just stood up and then said, Murayama, then come. The person was direct with Murayama while Issei was amazed by what he saw. Kates, calm down, she'll be fine. Issei, I trust my sister and I know she can beat him. Murayama only took out some white threads coming out of her fingers while the person moved at great speed, but Murayama did not realize that a boy was behind her with a purple energy sword. The person only stuck the sword directly into Murayama's chest. Kates got up as fast as she could to help her friend but received a strong blow from another boy. Issei got up wanting to help Kates and her sister, but some purple energy daggers stuck in his hands. Person 1, you are very clueless, Murayama. Did you really think I was going to fight alone? Murayama, release Kates and my brother. Person 2, ha, seriously, that Brad is your brother. Wow, he is really pathetic. Person 1, hey, how about we have fun with him? I think that would completely destroy the cute and beautiful Murayama-san. Kates, let it go, damn it. Person 3, and who will stop us, you or her? Issei, if you don't want to get hurt, you better let go of my sister and Kates-san. Person 3, fence, the boy is really brave. The person just approached Issei and then gave Issei a strong blow in the abdomen. Issei just spat out saliva. Murayama, let it go, damn it. Person 1, those words shouldn't be said by a beautiful girl like you. The person just gave a strong blow to Murayama's face while he was CIA. Person, that's why I'll teach you manners? The person just hit Murayama a lot. The boys were just laughing like crazy. Issei, let go, damn it. Person 3, shut up. The person just nailed a hammer into Issei's hands. Issei just let out a loud scream. Person 2, listen, let's have fun with the kid. Person 1, well, I think it would be better to show Murayama who's boss. The 3 boys approached Issei, but Kates got up but received a strong blow, and then a purple energy tied Kates and Murayama's arms. Issei, if you don't let them go, I'll kill you. Boy 2, seriously, what could a weak child like you do? Issei just kicked the guy, but the person just grabbed Issei's leg and then stuck an energy stake into him. Murayama, leave him alone, he has nothing to do with it. The boy just gave a strong blow to Issei and the other just put his hand in front where an explosion occurred. Issei just gave another loud scream, and so about 10 minutes passed. After those 10 minutes we can see how Issei was more than hurt, and how Murayama was crying. Murayama, please leave it. Person 1, what's wrong Murayama, aren't you the woman who never cried for anything? Ha, how pathetic. Person 3, well, let's finish this. The 3 boys just put their hands on the ground, and after a while a lightning bolt pierced Issei's abdomen, leaving a large hole in his abdomen. Kates and Murayama gave a loud cry of terror. Boy 2, who cares about a child in the end? Boy 1, okay, now you guys go next. Issei just opened one of his eyes and said, Issei, I'm sorry sister, I couldn't protect you. Murayama, Katos, and the other boys heard that, and a boy just stepped on Issei's head. Boy 1, shut up for once. That's what people like you deserve, you're just pathetic. Murayama, I'm sorry brother, I was the one who couldn't protect you. Issei just closed his eyes and then appeared in a swamp. Voice, come on, show who you really are, a true monster who has no mercy for anything. Issei was only surrounded by darkness, and could see how his body grew larger, and how memories came to his mind. Voice, let me take control of your body. Outside the boys were beating up Murayama and Katos. Boy 1, I'm already bored, you better end all this. The person only threw a sphere of power directly at Murayama where a huge explosion occurred. Katos tried to get up but couldn't. Boy 1, wow, you are very resistant to explosions Murayama. The person only lit an orange energy in his arm, and when he was going to strike, he was stopped because Issei grabbed his arm. Boy 2, who the hell are you here? Issei, don't you think it's very unfair to fight 3 against 2? Boy 3, if you don't want to go out like them, you better leave. When the boy wanted to touch Issei, Issei just moved his arm and broke it in half. The other boys were scared when they saw that, but Issei said, Issei, that you weren't the strongest. Issei alone went straight against the 2 boys. When they tried to flee, they fell decapitated. Issei, I thought they could really hurt me. Issei just grabbed the boys' clothes and then put them on. Issei, this is really tight on me. Issei just looked at Murayama and Katos. He just made a small golden flame and then touched Murayama and Katos, and their wounds began to heal. Issei, well, it's time for my massacre to begin. Issei just walked away calmly while looking at his hands for a moment. A couple of minutes passed where Issei was in a combat arena, while some boys wanted to stop him. Issei, why don't you call the leaders of the factions so that your lives will be spared? Boy, never. The boy fell dead. Issei, well, if you don't want to do it, I'll have to get your attention. Issei just put one of his hands on the ground and then said, Issei, heaven's hell. When Issei said that, a great light appeared along with an explosion that surprised everyone, but that made the Kaos Brigade and the faction leaders notice, but it also caught the attention of the students. When everyone came out to see what happened, they were more than surprised as they saw how many people were dead. Sona, but who could have done all this? From behind Sona appeared Issei with a smile. Issei, how are you, Miss Citri? Sona just freaked out and said in a low voice. Sona, I am. Issei, my dear Sona didn't call me Issei. Sona just turned her head slowly as she could see white eyes. When Sona wanted to touch Issei, Saji grabbed Sona and took her a few meters back. Saji, President, it's okay. Sona, CLA of course Saji-san. Saji, you won't be saved this time. Saji just activated his balance breaker and then went straight at Issei, but Sona stopped him. Sona, J-Sai, if you confront him you will get hurt, please stop. Saji, no, this time no, forgive the curse of Issei. Sona just wanted to grab Saji's arm, but she couldn't, and went straight at Issei, but Issei only opened one of his eyes, and after about 5 seconds Saji gave a loud scream since Issei had her arm in his hand. Issei, you think I'll lower myself to your level, stupid human? Sona just looked at that in horror while tears came out of her eyes. Issei just appeared in front of Sona and with his hand he wiped her tears. Issei, why is my princess crying? Sona, stop Issei, don't continue like that. Issei, how many times do I have to tell you that my name is not Issei? Behind Issei the leaders of the factions appeared while Gabriel shed a few tears as Sona saw Issei. Issei, finally, stupid leaders arrive. Michael, Gabriel, are you okay? Gabriel, who is here? Michael, what do you say, Gabriel? Gabriel, who is that person who is in front of us? Azazel, what don't you see, it's Issei. Gabriel, he's not Issei. Issei approached Gabriel at great speed with a smile. Issei, do you even know who I really am? The leaders were left wide-eyed as they wondered how he got there so quickly. Gabriel, so you were the person who controlled Issei. Issei, He just wanted to dig his claws into Gabriel's neck but received a strong blow from Vala. Vala, they're fine. Issei, it's getting more and more fun. Isaac appeared, pulled by Vala. Isaac, this time I won't lose and I swear that I will beat you and make you see reason, brother. Isaac and Vala went straight against Issei, but the two activated the Juggernaut drive and when they wanted to attack him, the two fell almost dead. Issei, stupid low-class devils, they always think they can defeat a general. Azazel and Michael wanted to attack him from behind but they received spears of fire that pierced their chests. Issei, it's cowardly to attack from behind, they knew. Pulled by Issei, some magic circles appeared where some members of the Khaos Brigade came out. Kateria, I'm fine. Issei, it's just you guys, I thought you were other demons. Rise of him, I said, let's go. Issei just moved his hand where the members of the Kaos Brigade were thrown against the wall. Issei, why don't you shut up once and for all? Rise of him, hey, what the hell are you doing? Issei, why do they always say that I'm the loser called Issei? Kateria, what are you talking about? Gabriel, the person in front of you is not Issei, he is a very powerful demon. Issei, I'd better introduce myself, my name is Iman, a demon general who was on par with Lucifer or even surpassed Lucifer. Issei just moved at a high speed and got pulled by Zirches. Issei, and all this is thanks to Zirches who gave me a powerful body and not like others who are so pathetic. Zirches, he wanted to move but he couldn't because he was afraid. Issei, calm down, you're not in trouble as long as I'm calm. Loki just threw his hammer and Loki's hammer sent Issei against the wall. Kateria, Loki, what are you doing? Loki, if it's true that he's not Issei, we'd better take him down before he fights seriously. Issei, wow, perhaps an Asgardian god is afraid of me, of a simple demon as they called me, or perhaps you remembered what happened the last time I went to Asgard. Issei alone went straight against Loki but Loki put his hammer in front of him and everyone saw how drops and drops of blood fell from Issei's fist. Issei, you sure have good reflexes, Loki. Gabriel only threw a large spear of light that went straight at him but Issei only turned one of his eyes and with a big smile said, Issei, corruption. When Issei said that Gabriel's attack changed to a dark one and then disappeared. Issei, I'd better open the big door of the Chapter 19. Life. Issei, because I'm always the person who has to pay the consequences for others. Issei stood alone in a dark place while a large shadow surrounded him. Abroad. Issei, what's wrong? Are you afraid? Loki just threw his hammer straight at Issei while Isaac was behind him in his armor. Issei just gave a small smile and said, Issei, pathetic. After saying that he grabbed Loki's hammer and with great force he hit Isaac's helmet sending Isaac to the ground and his helmet all broken. Issei, seriously, this is the level of the current factions, their ancestors must be very ashamed. Issei was just making some small magic circles on the ground but Gabriel voted and gave Issei a strong blow while armor formed on his body. Issei, not bad for a young lady like you, if I'm not mistaken, you are Lucifer's sister, right? Gabriel, shut you damned. Gabriel was only wearing golden armor with some light blue touches and went straight against Issei giving strong blows. Issei was only dodging a few but Gabriel grabbed Issei's neck with a golden side and at great speed had Issei against the wall. Issei only spat out some saliva and when he wanted to move he received a powerful sacred attack. Issei's mind. Issei was just walking through a place full of light and joy but what he didn't know was that his soul was being merged with Amon's soul. He had a big smile of happiness but suddenly he spat out some blood. Issei, what the hell is going on? Issei only felt as if his body was going to explode into 1,000 pieces. Abroad. Issei, that's all they can do. Issei already had claws on his nails while large bat wings formed on his back. Issei just stood up and grabbed Gabriel by his leg and sent him against the wall, and then to the ground but Vala gave Issei a strong blow while dividing his power. Loki only made a spell to make his body weigh more, and his blows were slower, but still Issei was standing while continuing with his smile. Issei, come with everything. After saying that, he grabbed Vala and pierced him with his arm and then threw him straight at Gabriel. Issei alone went straight against Loki, giving a powerful blow that would break some of his ribs, but Loki grabbed Issei, and with his hammer he would break one of his arms. Issei alone went back a few while his arm recovers. Sona, what is he? That is not him. It is the Issei that I know. Gabriel, of course he is Amon, a demonic general who is controlling Issei's body. But I don't understand one thing. Kateria, you don't understand, Gabriel. Gabriel, why hasn't the real Issei made an appearance? Maybe he doesn't want to come out. Kateria, that doesn't matter to me now. What matters to me is just saving him. Kateria just made a magic circle in front of Issei where a large water spell came out that sent Issei against the wall, but Seraphal froze the water that was at Issei's feet, leaving him immobile for a while, but Deceiving gave Issei a strong blow in the face and another in the ribs, and then cast a large spell on Issei's abdomen. Issei was only bleeding, but little by little his wounds were healing. Issei, you guys are really weak. Issei just went straight against Deceiving, and when he was about to hit him, Shalba appeared in front of him and sent him against the wall. But in Shalba's carelessness, Issei appeared in front of him and buried his head in the ground. Issei just smiled but said, Issei, why do you fight if you know that in the end I will win? Gabriel, we fight to protect this beautiful world from people like you. Issei, for once in your life you can stop lying, Gabriel. The real reason why you fight is because you do not accept that a human without powers could beat you. Everything you say about this world being beautiful is more than false. In the end, it was you who created this society of the weakest and the strongest, but you simply do not want to accept that a simple child could make fun of your society, showing that with patience you can win many things. Isaac, that's a lie. We fight to protect them. Issei, then tell me just one thing. Why did you always make fun of your brother, always showing your ability against him? Simply, your society is of a twisted mind, and that is what I am going to correct. I will open the door of hell and I will make all of you die so that the weak remain alive, so that you can choose if you want to continue in your society or in a new one. Sona, tell me why. Issei, why what? Sona, why do you want Issei's body if he is not strong like a hero or a demon? Issei, that's easy to say, Miss Citri. Issei is something special. He has the compassion of a true hero, but he is very naive. I took his body to give him a better life and that in the end he could have a paradise, but I have realized one thing: this world is dead since the day that God gave Halos powers. Humans behave in a very arrogant way, thinking that everything is strength, but very few are pure of heart, and that is what I want to correct. The great mistake that God made was giving powers to the dirty and pathetic humans, and what I am going to do is destroy all this morbid society so that they can live in a better way. Sona just stayed silent for a moment, but Issei appeared behind her, hugging her, and with a somewhat cold voice he said, Issei, in the end you and Issei's sister are people who earned an opportunity to continue living. Issei just touched the ground and a large circle of red fire appeared. Issei, I am the Lord of the Mists. I want them to revive from the death of hell and kill all the fishermen. When Issei said that, the circuit began to shine and many demons wanted to leave, but Issei said, Issei, I will have to break the seal of life. When Issei was about to touch something, he was buried in the ground while many heroes and some people in black suits appeared. Gabriel, finally the reinforcements arrive. Issei, they will continue fighting after all. Issei just moved his hand and a black and red sword appeared. He just moved trying to cut the heroes at great speed, but a woman in black stopped him and buried him in the ground. Issei, by Lucifer, that really hurt. Issei just stood there while some branches tied him to the ground. Issei, hey, who are you? The woman approached Issei and said, Woman, it's been a long time since I saw you. The woman took off her helmet, and Issei said, Issei, wait, you're not Venezuelan, the woman that Issei met a couple of years ago. Venelana, I think it's been a long time since I saw you, Issei, or should I say Amon? Rias, Mom, what are you doing? Venelana, hello, Rias-chan. Rias, what are you doing? He could kill you. Venelana, I doubt it very much since I belong to the special forces of the underworld. When I heard that, I was surprised because they were the most powerful forces in the underworld. even surpassing the power of the demonic leaders. Issei, do you really think you can beat me? Venelana only went at a great speed that surprised Issei a lot, but still Venelana gave Issei a strong blow in his ribs, breaking them in the process. Issei only spat blood, but still he went at a great speed trying to hit Venelana, but he couldn't, and received another blow, but in his face. Issei only wanted to stop, but many white chains tied his hands and legs. When Issei looked at who they were, he was very surprised since they were exorcists. Issei, damn. Issei just wanted to break the chains, but a strong hammer hit his face when he realized who it was and saw Loki and Thor. Thor just threw a big lightning bolt that electrocuted Issei. Issei just gave a loud cry of pain, but he was still trying to stand up, but he couldn't. Issei's mind. Issei was alone in a beautiful place, but after a moment the whole place changed as he saw how the place was dead and withered, but then he felt how he was surrounded by a great darkness as he said, Issei, so this is your power, Amon. Issei just closed his eyes and said, Issei, we'll have to use our souls, right? Well, that's fine. Abroad. Issei laughed, and then his entire body changed into a primeval demon. Issei stood up and broke all the chains and went straight against Venelana, giving an accurate blow to her abdomen and another to her face that sent her against the wall, and then he went straight at great speed against the exorcists, killing them, and then he went straight against the heroes, but he stopped suddenly when he saw that his sister was in front of him. Issei's hand only dripped blood while his sister said, Issei, if you're going to go straight to them, you'll have to kill me too. Issei, get out of the way, sister. Issei, don't call me sister anymore, you damn monster. I'm tired of trying to save you, but I see that it won't be possible. I prefer to die 1,000 times before continuing to live while you continue killing. Issei, get out of my way. Issei just remained silent, but then tried to attack Issei, but her blows did no damage to him. Issei, what are you trying to do? Issei just kept punching, but her fists were bleeding since Issei's skin was very strong. Issei, I don't want to hurt you, sister. Issei, shut up for damn sake. I don't want you to keep talking. I don't trust you anymore. Issei just hugged his sister and said, Issei, maybe you're right, sister. Issei just stayed silent for a moment and transformed into a human and approached Venelana directly. Issei, it's time for me to pay for my crimes. Issei just sat next to Venelana and said, Issei, let's go. Venelana, okay. Issei just spread his arms and Venelana put some dark-colored chains on him. Venelana, don't worry, I'll take him to the underworld prison. When a hero wanted to hit Issei Venelana, he broke his arm. Venelana, don't you hear, idiot? I said that I will take him to the underworld prison. Venelana just made a magic circle and then left with Issei. Issei, so I'm home again. Issei just looked at a big dark prison. Venelana, so this is the place where you became a demon, right? Issei, yes. Venelana, why did you give up? Issei, I didn't want to see my sister scared of me anymore, much less Sona-chan, that's why I gave up. Venelana, well, let's go in. Issei entered the prison alone, and many prisoners were very surprised since he was the only one who could escape, but many of them looked at Issei with great respect. Issei, wow, they remodeled my room, apparently the steel is harder and I have nothing left. Issei was just about to enter, but Venelana grabbed Issei by the hand, and then when Issei turned around, Venelana gave him a passionate kiss. Venelana, Issei works here, so I will be with you to protect you. Issei just shed tears and said, Issei, why? Venelana, because I know what you suffered and I don't want you to suffer again. Issei, why are you so kind to me if you know everything I did? Venelana, because you are the person who taught me to return to the sea, and that if you had been protected since you were a child you would be a true hero, but now you will have to be here, but one day you will be free. Issei just hugged Venelana and said, Issei, thank you very much. Venelana just returned the hug and said, Venelana, someday I will be with Taigo Issei-kun. Chapter 20. Liberation. Issei, as a child, they always told me that being a hero was the best thing in the world because only then would people respect you and that you would overcome any danger that life puts you in. But now I wonder what the true meaning of being a hero is. Issei was only in a straitjacket, and his eyes were also covered while chains with magic suppression spells tied him up on his back. Issei, what is the true meaning of being a hero? What makes that job so special? Somewhere else. Zirches, now we have it, we can put a seal on it so that it will carry out our orders. Zirches and other faction leaders were discussing what to do with Issei, whether they left him in prison forever or made him a servant. Azazel, even if your idea is good, Zirches, you have to think better, because if you don't remember well, that was what caused this whole massacre. Seraphol, the best option would be to leave him under surveillance so we can know if he still wants to kill or if he wants to have a normal life. Zirches, don't be naive, Seraphol. If we leave him under surveillance, he will surely kill the guards and escape again. Counselor 1, I say we better make him our servant. In the end he is just a weapon, nothing more. Counselor 2, I think the same, so my vote is in favor of Zirches. Seraphol, well, I oppose it. Counselor 1, don't forget, girl, that we have more power than you. Zirches, well, it's decided, they vote for all the counselors, so Issei will be our servant. When the room was about to rise, Venelana entered. Venelana, well, now the power and decision of Issei is in my hands. Counselor 1, and why do you think that? Venelana, why now will the counselors of the Special Forces of Hell take action for what they did? Counselor 2, that is a lie, we are the highest authority and… Venelana, and that Aaron disobeyed their orders, they got tired when because of them there was a great massacre, and let's not forget that the experiment they did with Issei was not with their authority, so they will take care of Issei from now on. They will know if he will be their servant or their weapon, so if they want to argue they can go with him. Zirches, I am the king of the underworld, so the decision now. Venelana, now that decision does not belong to you, they, seeing your lack of conduct, will make changes in the underworld. One of them will be to choose a new king of the underworld, and they already have possible candidates such as Seraphol and others. From now on, any decision you make will have to have the approval of the highest authority. After Venelana said that, she simply left. Azazel and Seraphol were holding back their laughter, but still few laughs were heard in the room. With Issei. Issei was just meditating quietly until he heard the door open. Issei, Poison-chan. Venelana, that's right, Issei, I'm back again. Issei, what happened? Venelana, I have bad news for you, Issei-kun. Issei, what's wrong? Venelana, the Real Counselors decided to give the maximum penalty for your crimes, so within 1 month you will die. They think that you can get out of control again and cause more chaos. Issei was just silent, but he could still hear a few small drops of water falling straight to the floor. Issei, stop crying, Venelana-chan, that was obvious after all. Venelana only shed tears but still wanted to stand firm but couldn't. Issei, even if it is, I will not be your servant. Venelana, how can you be so calm knowing that you are going to die? Issei, I'm used to it, so it doesn't matter, but I want to know why you don't kill me today and save time. Venelana, they have to solve all the problems caused by Zirches and the counselors. Issei, so that's why. Venelana, Issei, can I ask you a question? Issei, tell me what that question is, Venezuelan-chan. Venelana, what was your real reason for giving up? Issei just took a breath and said, Issei, seeing my sister's terrified face reminded me of when I was also like that, a person who was scared. I didn't want to see that face, but on my sister, I didn't want her to be afraid of me like Dream-chan does, since they were the people who helped me when I was just a child. Venelana, so it was because of that. Issei, yes. Venelana, let me heal those wounds. Venelana just kissed Issei, but Issei was very red. Issei, what are you doing, Venezuelan-chan? Venelana, how about we continue where we left off? Issei just wanted to leave, but he couldn't since he was tied up. Issei, how about we think about it first? Venelana, in a month you will die and I will be left alone without your love. How about you leave me a small reminder of your love? Issei just wanted to stop Venelana, but a magic circle appeared in Venelana's ear. Venelana, what do you want? Voice, come here, we have a bigger problem. Venelana, what happened? Voice, just come here and I'll tell you that our colleagues have already left to solve a much bigger problem that your precious son and the counselors created. Venelana, I'm coming. Venelana just left, but Issei realized that it wasn't the door. Issei, I better not do it. Issei just wondered what happened as Venelana left at high speed without giving him any explanation. Somewhere else. Kateria, it's time to save Issei. Shalba, understand once and for all that we cannot be in a maximum security prison, and now that he is safe the prison must be under much more active security. Rise of him, now it would be best to rest and later we will see what we do to free Issei. Loki, don't count on me for now. Kruzuri, why? Loki, you know who it was at least. Kruzuri, an uncontrolled Issei. Loki, of course not, he is Aman, a demon who almost massacred Asgard. If it weren't for Odin, Asgard wouldn't even have existed. Kruzuri, and you have bad experiences with him, honestly. Loki, yes, but now you can count on me, I have already fulfilled my part of the deal and so I am leaving. Kateria, I don't care if you don't help me, I'll go alone. Rise of him. He just moved his hand and a guard grabbed it and injected him with something. Shalba, what did you inject him with? Rise of him, it was a tranquilizer. If she goes alone now, they will surely kill her, and now I don't want any problems. With Venezuelan. Venelana, this is really bad, how much time do you think we have? Person, I think about 2 weeks. Venelana, seriously we can't repair the seal. Person, no, since when Issei released all his power, the entire complexity of the seal and the beast of the apocalypse changed. Venelana, where is Surzex because now he has killed him? Person, they are now in a meeting with the highest authority, but I think it would be better if you went in. Venelana just made a magic circle and ran straight to the meeting room. Surzex, let's see if I leave the throne of the Demon King, they will have many problems since I was the one who improved the underworld. Person 1, and also the one who destroys it. Surzex, we can come to an agreement and see what we can do. Person 2, touch that. The person couldn't finish speaking as Venelana sent Surzex against the wall while she was very angry. Venelana, why the hell did you do that, you unhappy one? Surzex, make mom. Venelana, why the hell did they steal fragments of the seal of the beast of the apocalypse? Thanks to that cursed idea the seal weakened like never before, and its stability changed, causing it now necessary to create a much more powerful seal since its stability changed. Surzex, that was plan B to stop Issei, the only way to do it was to face a power much greater than him. Person 1, that must be a bucking joke, how the hell are we going to face the beast of the apocalypse if we are barely recovering from the casualties we had now? Azazel, I think the best option we have now is to train Vala and Isaac since they are 2 celestial dragons. I think that with their juggernaut drive we can perhaps have a small salvation, but for now we have to ask for help from other factions since we are talking about a monster that almost killed God. Person 2, one thing is clear to me Surzex, from now on you are no longer in charge of the underworld. From this day on, Seraphal will be in charge. She has proven to be smarter than you and more cautious with her actions. After saying that the 2 people left. Seraphal, this is really bad, for now we will have to ask someone for help. Azazel, let me guess, Sona, it's already known, right? Seraphal, I'm not talking about that Azazel, I'm talking about that we'll have to ask the Khaos Brigade for help. With Issei. Issei, is anyone listening to me? Issei was talking to himself, but a familiar voice said. Voice, wow, at the end you changed. Issei, are you Sona or my sister? Voice, I'm such an idiot. Issei, it's a miracle they let you pass. Sona, you are amazing Issei, after everything you did you still have a smile and also that courage. Issei, what's wrong Sona-chan, why are you visiting me? Sona, now I come just to show your sister Issei that you are a very good person and that you have changed. Issei, I continue. Sona, I still want to know why you are not afraid even though you know you will die within a month. Issei, that's just a matter of getting used to it, but if that's all I can ask you a question. Sona, okay, tell me what your question is, Issei. Issei, would you marry me? Sona, what kind of question is that, idiot? Issei, just imagine knowing that the great Sona was married to the great monster who almost destroyed everyone. Surely everyone would fear you knowing that. Sona just approached Issei and gave him a kiss. Sona, I'd rather marry you knowing that you were a very special person in my heart. Issei, ha ha ha, it was just a joke, Sona. You shouldn't take everything I say seriously. Sona, what I'm saying is not a joke. I seriously want to marry you. When Sona wanted to kiss Issei again, a guard said, "Guard, this isn't a hotel, so I'm leaving." Sona was only red but said, "Sona, okay." He just left, but not before saying goodbye to Issei. Guard, even prisoners have someone who loves them. Issei, I'm very lucky, don't you think? Guard, yes, whatever, don't talk too much. Issei just remained silent, but his body was still reacting to a dark energy. Chapter 21. Illusion. 8. Sona, this is going to kill me. Sona was alone in an office while a pile of papers were in front of him. Sona, yes, I will kill zirches. Sona was doing all that paperwork, but after a few minutes of isolation she appeared. Sona, what's up, Issei-san, why are you here? Issei, well, I just came to see if you want help with all that paperwork. Sona, I would really appreciate it. Hours passed and finally Sona and Issei finished all the paperwork. Issei, wow, that zirches left a lot of paperwork to complete. Sona, okay, I'm sorry, what's up? Tell me what you want, because I don't think this is just a visit. Issei, I still can't trust him. I came just to see if you can help me with that since I'm scared. Sona, even though it may not seem like it, Issei has changed and I think the best thing you can do now is just visit him since in a month you will lose him forever because he will die after that. Issei, I want to see him but I'm afraid he'll lose control and do it again. Sona, calm down, you know I can help you and I understand that your fear is due to what happened. Issei, well, I think that in the end I have to overcome that fear too, but I think I need a little time. Sona, okay, but don't take so long now. Issei, yes, you're right. When Sona and Issei were about to leave they could hear how their sister was very angry. Seraphal, for once zirches now understands that if I don't do what I do we will all die and that happened because you saw me steal fragments of the seal of the beast of the apocalypse, and now if I don't do this now we will have to see how many of us will die. When zirches wanted to speak Sona appeared beside them while she was upset. Sona, tell me sister that what you say is a joke. Seraphal, what are you doing here, Sona-chan? Sona, tell me, is that true? Seraphal was quiet as she didn't want to scare her sister, but Sona said, Sona, then it's true, right? Seraphal, Sona, how about we talk about it later? Sona just ran straight to a place but Azazel was also behind her. Sona just released her wings and continued flying for a long time, but Issei was still behind her running with all her strength. The minutes passed, and Sona arrived at a large prison. When she wanted to enter, a guard stopped her. Sona, let me pass. Guard, he's already gone so you better get out of here. Sona, where is it? Guard, some people in black suits took him away. They had the authorization of the Supreme Counselors, so he went to another place. Sona, tell me where they took him. Guard, I can't give you that information, Miss Citri. The guard only went inside to continue guarding. Sona was just silent, while a few tears fell down her cheeks. Issei, Sona-san, are you okay? Sona, why did I have to do that? Issei, to make. Sona, because the damned zirches had to steal fragments of the seal of the beast of the apocalypse. Issei, I don't understand well, Sona. Can you explain that to me, please? Sona, a long time ago, when the battle of the factions was released, many died, but in that battle they disturbed a great beast. God like Lucifer went to battle that beast. It was nothing more than a great dragon that almost killed God. Lucifer knew that he could not defeat him, so he made a great distraction so that God would seal him. Many years passed, and everyone thought that the beast would be sealed for all eternity, but now I have to fight to save the underworld. I came here just to see Issei for the last time, just for that, since I know that I will not survive. Issei just hugged Sona and said, Issei, then I will help you in that battle, since I will not let my best friend die somewhere else. Seraphal, so you called us Azazel. Azazel, I called them because Beelzebub and I created a machine that can help us in battle. Yasaka, how can that help us? Beelzebub, well, you see, this machine will simulate what will happen if we lose the war. If we win, it will also help us with strategic points to see how we can align ourselves. Odin, then that will help us align ourselves in battle. Azazel, yes, but it also has other functions. It will give us a small probability of how lucky we are to win this battle. Seraphal, well, tell me, you've already tried the machine, right? Azazel, yes, and now comes the bad news, since we only have a 5% chance of winning this battle, or else we will all die. Yasaka, wow, that's good news. How the hell can we win a war with that percentage? Azazel, what I can say is that we have to train the pillars of the underworld like the Nordic pillars until that 5% will be 25, but now the best option is for Issei to also join us in the war, so we will have a 50% chance. Seraphal, I'm sorry to tell you this, Azazel, but he was transferred to a prison that the Supreme Counselors built, so he can't do anything. Azazel just voted for his machine and said angrily, Azazel, then how the hell will we win this? I've seen this over and over again, but the best option was that Issei would participate in this too. Seraphal, for now finish this, you can rest, later we will talk about how we will line up in battle. Everyone left, but Sona came in and said, Sona, I'll see if I can see anything else. Sona just picked him up and went to a room where she was isolated. Issei, it sounds like this is it. Sona, this is what he said, it can help us win the war against Azazel. Issei, another invention of Azazel. Sona was just touching the buttons, but then Sona and Issei could hear. Machine, sleep sharing simulation activated. Issei, turn it off, Sona. Sona wanted to turn it off, but she couldn't. Sona and Issei were in a bed with their whole bodies sweating, and they saw that it was night. Issei, apparently nothing happened. Issei just fell asleep in a dream like Sona, and when they woke up they saw that they were naked and a person was hugging them. Sona, what the hell happened? Issei, who is he? Voice, girls, let me sleep. Sona just wanted to hit the person but saw that that person was none other than Issei. Issei, how did this happen? Issei, don't you remember? You tied me to the bed and well, you already know the rest. Sona, this is bad, very bad. If my sister finds out about this, she will surely kill him. Issei, why do you think that, Sona, if she was the first one who accepted our relationship? Sona, my sister did that. Issei, calm down. I'm sure they're still upset by the Khaos Brigade, but don't worry, they're already in prison and will never hurt anyone again. Issei, that's a lie. You are part of that organization. Issei, calm down now. Issei just hugged Issei and kissed her on the neck. Issei, if you want we can rest today and continue doing good, you already know. Sona, that's inappropriate. Issei, what's wrong with you? Issei, what happens to me is that today I woke up seeing my two wives a little upset, and I want to solve that with what you always ask for. Sona just wanted to say something but was left silent when she saw a photo where she and Issei were hugging Issei while being happy. Sona, but what happened if you were a prisoner because of zirches? Issei, that happened a long time ago, Sona. In the end, if it weren't for Seraphal, maybe I would have been a psychopath. Issei, but you were in. Issei, I know I went through a punishment that I never thought I would go through, and that I am not a normal human now, but I thank God every day for having saved me, and that now I am with the two most beautiful women in my world. Sona just kissed Issei and said, Sona, you're right, Issei-kun. Issei, what are you doing? Sona just hugged Issei and said, Sona, come with me. Issei just stood up and said, Issei, what's happening, Sona? Sona, this is an isolated illumination. This is what we wanted to happen with Issei, that someone would save him and that he would have grown up with us and that, well, you know. Issei, and that we would have had children with him, really. Sona, yes. Sona just put on some clothes like she was isolated, and then they entered a room and saw 4 little babies. Issei, they are. Sona, our children are the children we would have liked to have. Issei, girls, come down, breakfast is ready. Sona just ran down quickly and jumped straight to Issei. Issei just grabbed Sona and said, Issei, what's wrong, Sona? Sona just kissed Issei and said, Sona, let's do it again, Issei-kun. Issei, you're happier than usual today. Sona, I don't care, let's just go to the room. Issei, don't forget me. Issei also wanted to do the same, but Sona was knocked down by Issei as Issei fell to the ground. Issei, wait a moment, girls, they're going to kill me. Issei, that doesn't matter, Issei-kun, we are very happy by your side. Issei gave Issei a tender kiss while small tears came out of her eyes. Issei, you're okay, sister. Issei, of course, today is the happiest day of my life. Issei, now girls, you know that I will always be there for you. Sona, Issei, and what happened to Zirches after all that was? Issei, Zirches was removed from his position as it was discovered that he was about to steal fragments of the trihexa seal to take over the entire underworld, and is now in a prison that the Supreme Counselors made just for him. Sona, what is my job, Issei? Issei, today they are very strange, but well, that's how they always are. Sona gave Issei a hard hit on the head and said, Sona, don't say that to your wife. Issei, sorry, but well, Sona, you are the new leader of the clan since Seraphal is the new leader of the underworld and my sweet sister is my companion. Issei, that means I'm stronger and you're my rookie partner. Issei, it's the other way around since you are my rookie partner, but it doesn't matter since you are with the #1 hero in the world. Sona, Issei-kun, now what are you going to do on this day off? Issei just hugged Sona and said, Issei, I'm going to spend time with my 2 precious treasures. Sona was a little red but still happy, but isolated was jealous. Issei, and don't think that I'm going to forget about you. Issei only gave small kisses to Issei on her forehead, but then all that changed to a dark place. Sona, what's going on? Issei, where we are. Sona and Issei woke up in the room where they were and saw that the machine that gave them that illusion was not charged. Sona, it was the best illusion I had with him. Issei, someday you think that maybe I can get out. Sona, I don't know, but if this is my last day with the area, I would do anything just to see him one last time. Chapter 22 Final. Out of control. We can see how in a large room there was a chestnut tree waiting for something. Issei, listen, are you going to kill me right now or what? Person, shut up. Issei, it's been 2 whole days now and I'm still waiting for my execution. Person, I told you to shut up, you haven't spoken in 2 hours. Issei just let out a sigh and then began to meditate, but Issei could hear how the guard was talking to someone. Person, sir, are you sure you don't want me to watch you? Voice, of course not. Person, then I'm leaving, sir. Issei, wow, it seems someone has something for me, or am I wrong? Voice, I don't know how the hell you know that, but you're right. Issei, then tell me what you want to know. Voice, tell me what you would do if you knew the world was about to end. Issei, there would be absolutely nothing. Voice, why not? Issei, I'm so tired of being in the middle of wars or even in the middle of their problems. Voice, so you already know that. Issei, I'm not an idiot. I know that because of Zirches' stupidity they released an almost uncontrollable beast. Voice, well, I had to try. Issei, tell me when I'm going to die, since I'm very bored. Voice, it is not known yet. Issei, take care, Matt. Matt just stared at Issei for a while and then said, Matt, how do you know my name? Issei, when you have your eyes closed your senses sharpen. Issei just stayed silent while having a smile. Matt just left while thinking about how Issei knew his name. Issei, what is the maximum time? Voice, 5 hours before the catastrophe. Issei, you have the updated data. Voice, sure, but after this remember our deal. Issei, yes, now tell me what are the possibilities of that? Somewhere else. Seraphal, they were able to contact the Khaos Brigade. Person 1, Miss Seraphal is sure of her decision. Seraphal, of course, then tell me if they could contact you. Seraphal just watched as a person was running straight towards him. Seraphal, Rizavim finally appears. Rizavim, tell me it's a bucking joke. Seraphal, tell me that idiot Zirches didn't break the trihexa seal. Seraphal, it's not a joke. Rizavim. Rizavim just gave a hard punch to the wall while drops and drops of blood came out of his hand. Rizavim, where is it? Seraphal, I would recommend that you don't go in like a madman right now, since he's in a meeting. Rizavim, I don't give a shit if he's at his damn meeting. Seraphal just let out a sigh as she thought about the trouble they were going to go through. Person 1, Miss Seraphal is okay. Seraphal, now I just want to rest for a while. Tell me how many hours are left until the battle. Person 1, 4 hours and 45 minutes left. With Rizavim. Zirches, then how about we reduce my maximum sentence to 22 years? Counselor 1, Zirches, your punishment has already been decided, now assume your responsibility. Zirches, don't you understand? I did this so we could defeat him. Zirches couldn't finish speaking as a pair of guards ran straight into the wall. Guard 1, I'm sorry sir, we couldn't stop him. When Zirches tried to help him, he was sent straight into a magic circle. Rizavim, even with your death, I will not be satisfied with what you did. Rizavim only stopped as he saw that the Supreme Counselors were going to do something. Councilman 1, wow, I never thought Rizavim would be here. Rizavim, tell me all the details so I can help you in this battle. Zirches, and who says we need the help of a criminal group? Rizavim, consider yourself lucky. If it weren't for the fact that Seraphal-chan is smarter than you, I wouldn't be here. Zirches just looked at Rizavim with a very serious face and said, Zirches, why the hell don't you get lost? This problem isn't yours. Rizavim was stopped by the councilman before he could do anything. Councilman 2, stop it once and for all, we'll talk later. You Rizavim, now you Zirches, your punishment is not over yet. Rizavim just left while he was beyond angry. Zirches, seriously, they won't punish him for everything he did. Councilman 1, we should give you a much worse punishment for all your crimes. With Seraphal. Seraphal, then tell me Rizavim, will you help us? Rizavim, of course, since I'm not an idiot to face a beast of that size alone. Seraphal, then what will you ask for in return? Rizavim, I don't want anything for now. Seraphal, I thought you were going to say that you want Issei-san to be released. Rizavim, of course I was thinking that, but tell me, do you think he will help in this battle? Seraphal, of course not, there was already a counselor but he couldn't convince him. Rizavim, now that I think about it, he must be tired from all the trouble we gave him. Seraphal, 4 hours. Rizavim, what are you saying? Seraphal, 4 hours left until the battle. Rivim, I think I have to prepare for this. Rizavim just made a magic circle but Seraphal said. Seraphal, I hope you're not afraid, Rizavim, after all, that's not your style. Rizavim, I just prepared my team for this, but don't worry, I'll be back. Rizavim just gave a small smile as he thought about how he was going to help in the battle. Somewhere else. Sona, I can't bucking believe that Azazel was actually right. Issei, Sona-san, don't you think you should take a break? Sona, do you think I can take a break now after knowing that the chances are too low for us to survive? Issei, come on, rest for a while. Sona just sat there while still thinking about how she could win the battle. Issei, now rest for a while, Sona. Sona, I think you're right. Sona just stood up as she said. Sona, I'll be right back, I have to go quickly and I'm really sorry. Sona just ran away really fast while saying something. Issei, and now what will happen to him? Sona, I don't know if I can survive this battle, I have to see him one last time. Sona only arrived at a large prison while breathing heavily from running so much. Sona, I have to say goodbye to you, Issei-kun. When Sona wanted to get in, she couldn't because a large person was blocking the entrance. Sona, please let me through. Person, I'm sorry, Miss Citri, I can't disobey the orders of my superiors. Sona, I begged him, please let me through. When the person wanted to say something, he saw a person wearing a black trench coat appear in front of them. Shadow, let her go, in the end we don't know if this is our last day. Person, but sir and... Shadow, calm down, Issei has already shown that he has no plans to leave, after all, he would have already done something a long time ago. Person, of course, sir. The person just stepped aside as he let Sona walk straight into a room. Sona, but this hallway. Shadow, calm down, what I'm using is just magic so you don't waste any more time, and if you ask, Issei is right at that door. Sona was just a little restless, but she walked straight to the door the shadow told her about. Person, sir, are you sure she's not doing something? Shadow, now tell me, has Issei really shown a change? Person, no sir. Shadow, Issei doesn't want to get involved with problems anymore, just let him be with her for a while before she dies. Person, but sir, Ms. Citri cannot die. Shadow, nothing guarantees that she can also die in this battle, now just let her have fun with the person she loves, that's for you too. Person, I don't have anyone who loves me like him, damn, even prisoners have beautiful women they love and I'm still the same. Shadow, calm down now. Person, how do you want me to calm down if I'm going to die a virgin like the person reading this story? Shadow, don't break the fourth wall, and now you better rest because we're going to battle very soon. Person, yes sir, it was an honor to have met you. Shadow, you're not dead yet, don't talk nonsense. Person, but sir. Shadow, you better rest before I make you work twice as hard. The person just ran away while the shadow just thought if Sona could convince Issei to help them. With Sona. Sona, Issei-san, it's you. Issei, what's wrong, Sona-chan? Sona, I just came to see you before. Issei, if you want to vent, you can do it, Sona. When you're by my side, you don't have to hide anything. Sona, what are you talking about? Issei could only hear drops and drops falling to the ground. Issei, if you want, you can hug me. Sona just went straight to Issei as she started to cry. Sona, I'm scared, I'm very scared of what will happen in this battle. I don't even know what to do, Issei. Issei was just calm as he listened to Sona. Sona, I don't want to lose someone important to me, like my sister or my best friend. Issei just touched Sona's face as he began to wipe away her tears. Issei, I know this is going to be very difficult, but I want you to be strong, since that is not the way I know it. Sona, tell me how strong you want me to be if I know that many people around me will die in this battle. Issei, then tell me what you're going to do. Crying won't do any good. I want you to be strong because I know you can help a lot more. How do I know you can overcome this? When Sona wanted to say something, she was silenced by a kiss that Issei gave her. Issei, I want to taste the flavor of your lips one last time. Sona, I want to taste you one last time. Sona just kissed Issei back. Issei, now you're happy? Sona said in a whisper. Sona, once again. Issei, what? Sona, I want one last kiss from you, Issei-kun. When Sona was about to kiss Issei, they were interrupted by a person. Person, this is a prison, not a hotel. When she heard that, she blushed and said, Sona, I'm so sorry. Issei, I hope you can continue to resist, Sona-chan. Sona just gave a big smile as she said, Sona, thank you very much, Issei-kun. Sona just left while Issei slowly changed his gaze to a serious one and said, Issei, wow, I never thought you would actually do something to convince me, Matt. Matt, apparently you noticed, right? Issei, I already told you my decision, Matt, and that is not something that can be changed easily. Matt just let out a sigh as he said, Matt, then I'm leaving. When Matt was about to leave, he could hear something. Issei, what time? Matt just gave a small smile and then said, Matt, 3 hours. Issei just stood as he slowly began to say a few words. Somewhere else. Azazel, they are now prepared for combat. Fallen, yes, sir. Azazel, I'll wait for you on the battlefield. Azazel just made a magic circle where he appeared in a large room with many faction leaders. Azazel, they are ready. Azazel just looked in front of him where the yokai faction was, as well as the Asgardian faction and many more. Person, it's rare to see you without that typical smile that you have. Azazel, how do you think I'm here now after knowing that I can die? Person, well, how about we go ahead? Azazel, you have very bad ideas, Seraphal. Seraphal just gave a small smile as she said. Seraphal, then we wait a little longer. Azazel just gave a small smile as a large magic circle slowly appeared at the feet of the faction leaders. When everyone opened their eyes, they saw that they were in a large empty place, and in front of them was a large seal that was blinking. Azazel, I hope you survive, Seraphal. Azazel just made a large magic circle and was aiming straight for the seal. Azazel, come on, get out quickly. Behind the faction leaders appeared a large army of all factions. Azazel just shot straight at the seal, and before Azazel's power touched the seal, Azazel's attack disappeared and a large smoke screen clouded everyone's vision. When the faction leaders opened their eyes, they saw in front of them a large monster staring at them. Azazel, it's now. When he said that, Azazel made many magic circles that shot straight at the great beast. But none of Azazel's attacks managed to do any kind of damage. The only thing Azazel managed to do was make the beast more enraged. The beast only opened its mouth and released a flame of purple fire. Azazel only made a protection spell, but the spell was not even a match for the great attack of the trihexa. Azazel was just very tired since he did not rest any day. Azazel, Seraphal was right, she had to rest even if it was just for a day. In the mouth of the trihexa, a magic circle was made and then it shot directly at Azazel. Azazel only gave a small smile, but Seraphal only made a protection spell to protect Azazel. Seraphal, idiot, don't attack alone. Azazel, I know, but I'm very tired. Seraphal, you didn't rest at all, did you? Azazel, yes, whatever you say. Seraphal just made some giant ice stakes and then threw it straight at the trihexa. The stakes confused the trihexa for a while, but then the soldiers behind the faction leaders began to attack the Vestias. The trihexa moved its claws and then one by one they began to fall, but Odin made a great attack that froze the trihexa's claws for a certain time, and Azazel made many spears of light that began to stick in the trihexa's back. It began to freeze the trihexa, but the trihexa broke the ice of its claws and then wanted to stick it in the faction leaders, but Vala gave a powerful blow that left the trihexa half confused, and Isaac voted a powerful dragon shot. But the trihexa voted a great burst of purple fire that sent Isaac straight against a couple of rocks. Vala crushed him with one of his legs. Seraphal, you need to do something fast. When Seraphal and Odin wanted to do something, they were sent straight to the ground as the trihexa began to crush them with one of its legs, and then threw a blast of fire that was about to burn Odin and Seraphal. A barrier protected them, and Seraphal saw that her sister was next to her. Seraphal, what are you doing here, Sona? I told you to stay home. Sona, how do you expect me to stay home quietly if I know you can die? Sona was just very tired as she breathed heavily. Seraphal, you spent a lot of magic, now rest. Sona just tried to stand up, but she couldn't. Seraphal, don't try any harder, you've already broken your limit, now rest. When Seraphal got up, she threw a huge blast straight at trihexa, but trihexa got tired and gave a powerful attack that stunned Seraphal for a moment, and when Seraphal wanted to move, she stayed still because she saw that in front of her the great beast was about to crush them. Seraphal just closed her eyes but saw that Azazel was helping her like Odin and other leaders. Azazel, are you okay? Seraphal, yes. Odin, now how about we go now, since I don't think I can hold out any longer. Azazel only charged Seraphal and Sona, and when they were about to leave, a purple fire went straight towards them, but Azazel only protected them while behind his back there were many burns. Seraph, to Azazel. Azazel just spat out blood and then said, Azazel, I'm fine. After saying that, Azazel fell straight to the floor unconscious. Seraphol only held Azazel, but the trihexa began to crush the soldiers who attacked them. Seraphol only felt like a great rain of blood fell upon them. Seraphol, resist Azazel. The trihexa only moved its great paw and was about to crush them again, but Seraphol saw how Vala gave it a strong blow, but the great beast only moved its tail and sent it straight to the ground. But Vala got up again and said, Vala, I, who am about to wake up. I am the heavenly dragon who has taken the principles of God's supremacy. I envy the infinity and pursue the dream. I must become the white dragon of supremacy. And I must take you to the limits of the white paradise. Juggernaut overdrive. After Vala said that, Vala went at great speed while giving many blows to the trihexa, but Vala did not realize that the trihexa moved its claws and was about to stab him in his chest, but he was saved by Isaac. Isaac, don't be such an idiot, you almost died. Okay, now get out of here. Vala just went straight against the trihexa with anger, but the great beast made a gigantic magic circle, and then a great burst of red energy went straight against it, but a magic circle brought Vala straight to the ground. Azazel, don't be an idiot, he surpasses you in power. The trihexa only aimed directly at them, and another, when it was about to fire, a powerful burst of water went straight at the trihexa. Behind the faction leaders was the Khaos Brigade. Rise of him, are you fine, Azazel? Azazel, don't you see how I am? Rizavim just gave a small smile, while in front of the dress Rizavim soldiers were attacking the trihexa. Rizavim, you know we will die, no? Azazel, of course I do, or else I wouldn't be here. Kateria just touched Azazel's back and Azazel felt like his body was recovering. Kateria, okay, you're fine now. The faction leaders saw how Rizavim's soldiers were battling the trihexa, but they stopped and went to help as the faction army, and slowly the trihexa was losing. But in a moment of carelessness of Rizavim, the trihexa fired a powerful attack against them, and when the attack hit the ground it exploded into 1,000 pieces, causing everyone to lose balance. The trihexa delivered a powerful blow to the faction leaders, and another attack that left them very badly injured, and when Azazel wanted to do something, a great burst of fire against them, and Seraphol saw how Sona was making a powerful circle of protection. Seraphol, Sona, stop it. If you keep doing that, you'll die. Sona just gave a small smile and said, Sona, I hope they can win. Seraphol just watched as Sona slowly disappeared into purple particles. Sona just closed her eyes, and then a large explosion covered the eyes of the faction leaders. When Seraphol opened her eyes, she saw that her sister was dead. She just started to cry, but then she could hear some steps of an armor were heard nearby. When she looked behind her, she saw that a large person was carrying Sona, and on Sona's chest was a seal that gave her magic. Shadow, take care of her. The shadow only hit Sona and Seraphol, and then at great speed the shadow gave a strong blow that made the trihexa retreat. Shadow, so you're the one who won't stop bothering me. The trihexa just stared at the shadow for a while, and then when he was about to move one of his claws, the shadow had already given him another powerful blow. The faction leaders were surprised, and then the shadow just took out a sword and said, Shadow, if you don't fight seriously you will die. They all saw how a great light appeared from the body of the trihexa, and they saw how that light was shrinking, and they saw a beautiful woman. Woman, wow, I never thought a mortal would know about my original form. Shadow, if you die in your dragon form you will revive, which is why it is easier to kill you in your human form so that you never return. Woman, wow, so you know how I can die, right? The shadow just went at high speed towards the woman. But the woman just put her hand out in front, and the shadow stayed still. Woman, your aura has the scent of ancient demons. Shadow, that doesn't matter to you. The woman just threw herself into the shadows, directly against some rubble, but the woman felt something running down her forehead and saw that it was blood. Woman, wow, you're really fast and you managed to hurt me a little. The shadow just stood and said, Shadow, then you know what the result is. Woman, of course, in the end you will die and I will win. The shadow just went again at a high speed and said, Shadow, I can't believe you're actually so arrogant. Woman, I'm not arrogant, I'm just stating the result. The woman just gave a strong blow to the shadow and sent it away from her, but the woman did not realize that the shadow appeared behind her, and with great force gave the woman a strong blow that sent him straight into some rocks. Woman, it's amazing that you managed to make me bleed again, it's even better than I imagined, so tell me, are you perhaps a god like me? Shadow, I'm just a normal person who came to help. When the shadow said that, the woman went at great speed and pierced his chest with her arm and said, Woman, I hope you can entertain me, like the ancient god. After she said that, the woman simply smiled and then went straight towards the shadow. But the shadow only moved at high speed, but the woman made a magic circle under the shadow and a large electric current caught it, and the woman at high speed stuck a stake of purple energy. The shadow only endured the pain and then at great speed gave a great blow to the woman that buried her in the ground. The shadow was only breathing heavily while spitting out a little blood. Shadow, if I continue like this, I will lose my magical power. The shadow just put his hand on the ground and a dark red circle entered the ground. Woman, wow, that was a big hit. Shadow, your flattery will not save you from your death. Woman, I can tell you something. Shadow, what do you want to know? Woman, I want to know your name. I want to know the name of the person who knows about me. Shadow, my name is not important now, but if you want to know it, I will tell you. The shadow just took a breath and then in a great cry said, Shadow, my name is Issei, a member of the Khaos Brigade. After Issei said that, he went straight towards the woman at a high speed, but the woman just smiled and said in a whisper, Woman, big explosion of fire. After she said that, Issei was surrounded by a purple fire, and when he was going to do something, the great fire exploded. Issei was only up in the air, but the woman at great speed gave him a strong kick, which sent him straight to the ground. Issei only began to spit blood while the woman stood in front of him, and many fire stakes pierced his body. Woman, I expected more from you, Issei, now I only see that you are another weakling. As the woman was about to deliver the final blow, she stopped and began to bleed. Woman, but how? Wounds began to form on the woman's body, while Issei's body slowly healed. Issei, that's my technique. I can make your own power your enemy. While you receive your attacks, I am healing. Woman, fence is an amazing technique. The woman was about to do something when a blast of white power came at her. When the woman raised her head, she saw that Vala was sending attacks away. The woman only sent a direct attack at Vala, but Issei deflected it with most of his strength. Woman, why did you save him, if in the end you could attack me when I did the attack? Issei, it's something you won't understand. Woman, why do you play the hero? Issei, I'm not playing the hero, much less will I say that I am one. I'm just an ordinary person who was blessed with a demon. I'm just trying to have my sins forgiven. Woman, well then I will say the name of the one who killed you. Issei, I still don't think about dying. Issei was about to move when purple claws pierced his chest. Woman, I haven't told you the name of the person I'm afraid of yet, you can call me Veronica. After the woman said that, she kicked Issei away. Issei was just spitting out blood while breathing heavily. Issei, damn, if I continue like this there's no doubt that I will die. Veronica, I think we better end this quickly. Veronica just closed her eyes and in her hands slowly a large black and red sphere began to come together, and when Issei raised his head he saw that the large sphere was gigantic. Veronica, I want to see if you can survive this, Issei-san. Veronica threw the great sphere straight at Issei. Issei was only keeping the great energy at bay, but slowly he was losing his strength and his armor was breaking. Issei, hey Amon, do you want to go out now? Amon, come on, let's finish that damn thing. On Issei's body small red stripes were forming, and then Issei's body still mentioned. Issei only went at great speed against Veronica, when Veronica was going to do something. A great pressure, and when he looked behind him he saw that a large fist covered in demonic energy was about to touch him, but Veronica managed to grab Issei's fist with great difficulty, but did not realize that a large kick went against his head. Veronica was only sent straight against a couple of rocks, and when she wanted to move, Issei only went straight against her, giving blow after blow. But then Issei gave a huge blow that made a huge explosion. Issei was just tired while the demonic phase was ending. Issei, I really think she must be dead now. Veronica, wow Issei, that was a good hit, you are really strong, but still not enough. Veronica only threw small bursts of energy at Issei. When Issei wanted to move, the bursts pierced his shoulders and legs. Veronica, well Issei, you amused me a lot. When Veronica wanted to do something, Issei said, Issei, go ahead, kill me, that way you'll be trapped forever. Veronica, why do you say that? Issei, I had a precautionary plan. If I die, a seal much stronger than that of God will be activated. Veronica, so that was your plan from the beginning, right? Issei, exactly. Veronica, then I'll kill everyone here and then I'll kill you. Issei just gulped some saliva but then said, Issei, then I propose a deal. Veronica, what kind of deal? Issei, I'll be your servant if you let them live. Veronica, hey. Issei, I know what you want. Veronica, and that would be it. Issei, I know you want to have your own kingdom, since Lucifer destroyed the one you had. Just think for a moment, if you have someone like me, how many chances will the demons have to enter again? I'm just saying, how many of those weak demons are afraid of me? Just let them live. Veronica, I almost never make deals, but something tells me you are very valuable, so I accept. A black tattoo with purple stripes formed on Issei's neck. Veronica, this time you're safe. Veronica just made a big magic circle and said. Some time later, Issei was alone on a balcony watching the sky and the stars. Voice, what a sight, love. Issei, just remembering old times. Voice, don't you miss me? Issei, of course not, I only love you and my family. Voice, so how about we go inside? Issei, Veronica, we already have 4 children, do you still want to have more? Veronica, I want to repopulate my species. Issei just smiled as he hugged Veronica. Issei, let's go.
Let me know in the comments below if you guys want the next part. Also check out my other video that has been shown and left. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share this video. And have a fantastic day. Bye.